And we are live, I think. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to my podcast, broadcast, livecast. We're going to do some tarot readings today because that's what I do. And I have been doing tarot readings since I'm 40. I see we've already got some friends in the chat. Good morning, NinjaMomma, Selama. How you doing, sweetheart? You still haven't found work, huh? Have you been doing sending out deliberate letters and stuff? You made it this week. Was there any doubt that you would make it? You guys. How does the trick to dealing with life's drama is to kind of watch it go through your existence like it's happening to somebody else. They call it detachment, and it's a useful tool, but it takes practice. How's your week going? You guys having fun? I put up a video, tarot reading, little clip. I thought it was cute. Anyway, I put it up. I got 2 negative comments, did a little autistic freak out panic, and they were immediately deleted. I got one too many screens going on here. I admire people who can do 2 strings at once. Can you be added to the list? Sure, Jess. We'll get you on there. I am going to read for... Hi, Holley. Good morning. Here, I'm going to start. I'm going to create the list. What do we got? We got January 27th. Hubby's birthday in 2 days. Your week going, your birthday next week, you're going to be 24. Wow, 24. You're just a baby, honey. Oh my gosh. Don't let the negative people get you. Well, no, I usually don't. That's what's fun about negative people, right? But usually I only run into them on Twitter, and there I just treat them, it's just like mosquitoes, and I'm wearing DEET, right? On TikTok, on Facebook, I just don't expect it. I really don't expect it. Anyway, I don't know why, what seem to be conservatives, Republicans, libertarians, and then there's a whole slew of isms that have all decided that liberals and Democrats and lefties and socialists, which include socio-capitalists like me, are worthy of being treated like the scum beneath their feet. And that's fine. They can wait. They can think that we loony lefties are the scum of the earth if they so choose. They just don't get to treat people like that and expect to get to stay invited in the room, right? Anyway, I blocked them outright, so it won't happen again. Whew, thank God you can block. I have not figured out one of the socials. I haven't figured out how to block people on yet, so I have to put up with them when they show up. And I just discovered that in spite of wanting to block the ads on social, there's no way to do it without blocking the individuals posting them. Listen, I have been in business, independent business, sales and marketing since I was before I was even 20 years old. I was working as somebody's assistant before then, but under my own account, selling my own shtick since I was 20 years old. And I gotta tell you, advertising is the most offensive thing in the whole world. I don't care about the rule that you get to see something 6 times and then I'm going to buy it. If your thing has no value to me, why am I watching your ads over and over and over again? And I can't get rid of them because it seems that everybody in the world has decided that the free ads that social allows them gets them the right to come into my socials and advertise to me, and or spam works. Yes, spam works, but spam somebody else. I hate that crap. And I keep running into social media marketers who want to work for me, and that's how they want to do it. They want to spam people. And I figure if I put out there what the world, the universe is looking for, then they're gonna be pathway to our door, right? It's like, let's reinvent the wheel. I shouldn't have to grab you around the neck and go, buy my thing. You should want it because it's what you're looking for. Anyway, it's just been an absolutely incredibly bizarro week. Now, if you want to buy anything from Canada, you can pay for it twice if you're in the States. For those of you who may be tuning in, a tariff is a tax on the purchaser, not the seller. So if you guys want to pay, how does that work out? I've got Carolina Reaper hot sauce, $40. If you're in the US and you want to buy my Carolina Reaper pepper sauce, you are now going to pay $80, and 40 of it is going direct to the federal government because they don't want you buying Canadian pepper sauce. And frankly, if you could get this pepper sauce made in the USA, that would be fine by me. Unfortunately, the USA would like to have megaliths doing all your manufacturing, and we're not allowed anywhere near you. What with they don't give us some itty bitty space on their shelves. The Cheeto, actually, NinjaMomma, I love calling him that. I actually I spell it CHITO because it's a Hispanic word. Feel welcome to look it up. And as long as he's in charge, I don't know who needs to hear this, but if you were my neighbor and every time I saw you, you threatened to move into my house and take over, we wouldn't be on friendly terms. You know what I'm saying? Like you guys gotta have, all of you Republicans and libertarians out there who think this is polite behavior or appropriate behavior for your allies. Oh, wait. And then when we get our back up, it's like, oh, we were just joking. It was just a joke. We're just threatening to take over you because it's funny laughing at you. I'm sorry, but your friends don't laugh at you. Your allies don't laugh at you. Your friends and your allies work with you. They lift you up. They give you spirit. They don't treat you worse than they do both of your enemies. So this doesn't make sense. And if you're in Canada, you guys, and you're bashing China, we have been locked into the better part of a 30-year deal with China since the conservative prime minister, the last conservative prime minister, wrote a treaty with China locking us in. And I don't know why all the Americans down there suddenly think China is bad, seeing as how it's okay for their president and all of his family to buy everything and its dog from China, including the cars, because you really don't think that those little Teslas are made in the USA, do you? Because they have this thing. So the USA made Canada put a block on EVs. We're not allowed to buy EVs from China because of U.S. administration. So they put a block on there. That's fine. All of a sudden, ooh, tariff. This is cool. That's great. You want to make your purchasers pay more for your stuff. That doesn't make any kind of sense to me, but it'll slow down the buy-in. No big deal. Over 30% drop again in Canadian dollars being spent. U.S. and Canada are the world's most comfortable trading partners for decades. And Canadians are sitting here going, ooh, you're American. I'm not buying any of your stuff. You guys don't want our stuff. You don't need anything that we do. That's not right. That's not, it's like, and then it's my fault because your president, all the Democrats are really nice. Oh, please come back. Please come spend your money in our neighborhoods. Except the guy at the border is more than likely a Republican, and they're not being they're taking our picture now. If I want to come into the United States, I have to have my picture taken. Like I don't get it. I really just don't get it, but here we are. All right. So you guys didn't come here to hear me rant about my week and the week in politics, although that's always fun. I tell you, man, the stuff that we get told on a daily basis from the U.S. administration. How How do you run a country when your allies can't even trust you because you're a lying piece of dirt? Oh my God. All right. So let's see who we got here. You guys are all chatting your heads off this morning. Good morning to you. We're going to read. We got Selama. We're going to give Selama, get Selama up first. Treva, because she is a benefactress. You love my tangents. I got to go off occasionally because really, honestly, sometimes they don't. Oh, you know what I didn't go off on? I'm so proud of me. You guys know that policy brief that I wrote and I sent to my MP, and the MP didn't acknowledge, didn't even say thank you. It looks like it may have been handed off to Mr. Carney anyway, because Canadian national security versus, what was it? Canadian food security versus Canadian food authority. Not that far off. And the only thing I'm waiting to find out is what he's going to do for Canadian manufacturers, because our problem is not buying produce. Our problem is not getting the supplies to, well, okay, big guys are having issues getting supplies, but that's because the big guys have our big guys blocked at the door. I don't buy from the States, so I'm not blocked at the door. I buy locally from all the small farmers. That's not a problem for me. My problem is when I walk into a grocery store and I say, hey, I want you to put this on a shelf. They say, sure. And then they let me put it on a shelf in the back of the store. More recently, they've gone, ooh, we're supporting local. So they put them on the front shelves, except when they go to the head office and say, okay, well, we want to get listed because we want to get in all the stores. They go, oh, well, you need a HACCP certification. And even if they say to them, yes, well, we are federal, we have our manufacturer has a federal license. Okay. We're talking small producers who likely maybe made 40 grand this year and they want to get into the stores, and they cannot get into the stores unless they spend another 40 grand right out of the gate per recipe to have a not only federally registered food company do their manufacturing for them, then they have to add on food safety certifications, when even without the certification, the federal company is required to dot all the I's and cross the T's. And so I'd like to see what Mr. Carney is going to do about allowing Canadian producers access to the distribution market, because right now they've got 112 different reasons to keep Canadian local food producers off of the shelves at anything more than a local pocket level. We're made to go store by store by store. PepsiCo, Coca-Cola own the stores, and Loblaws, Metro, IGA, Sobeys, these guys own 70% of our markets. And these guys decide that what we get to eat is American. And I know people keep saying to me, oh, but Coca-Cola is making their Coke here in Canada. Yeah, well, when only 15% of your profits remain in the country where you are selling, then the company whose 100% of profits remain in the country is being cut out of the market, and they won't let us in. And as long as you guys have no clue who the beneficial shareholders of a brand are, they get to pretend that they are Canadian. You know, Tim Hortons hasn't been Canadian in years. Yes, they employ a few Canadians and lots of temporary foreign workers. Number one hirer of temporary foreign workers. Why? Because, well, we Canadians are kind of lazy. We don't want to work that hard. And, oh, by the way, even though Tim Hortons requires their franchises to bring out 15% profits every year, they tend to pay minimum wage instead of a living wage to their employees. So take a real close look at the products and the brands that you are buying, because McDonald's is another. This is not, yes, okay, they're buying some of their supplies from Canadians, but they're not, all of the profits are not staying here in Canada. They leave here. It all ends up in the big ass pockets of the wealthiest people on the planet. And we just keep feeding their pockets. And meanwhile, all of the 30 companies that I manufacture, well, I don't do the manufacturing, my company does the manufacture for, but all of those 30 companies have to, no, they don't. Yeah. 50% of Canadian food businesses will fail within the first 5 years. Why? Because they are not allowed access to the national, or even in national in the Quebec sense of the word. They're not allowed access to the provincial market, nor are they allowed access to the federal market, and unless they create their own distribution, and nobody can afford that. And oh, you should see the fees that they charge the suppliers. It's really, really awful. Anyway, it's 9:15. We are going to, let me put these guys in order. Finish with the ramps. Going to start with Selama, Treva, Jazz, Ziggy, NinjaMomma. Who else we got? And Holley. Did I miss anybody? All right, you hang in there. Selama, if you want to come on live, I welcome you to grab the link out of the chat. It's 10:15 there. Yeah, a little further west from me. I'm operating on Eastern time. So there you go. Yeah, grab the link. I just posted into the chat and bring yourself on live if you'd like. Excuse me. Oh, hey, good news on the family front. My daughter, there it is. It's scrolling across the bottom of the screen as well, you guys. And we'll try and I'm going to try and keep the readings. This, you know what I like about doing these? You guys come in here and it is relatively simple to actually, I get way more ability to concentrate on the reading doing this on YouTube for you guys than I ever got to do on TikTok. So way better, you guys. All right, we're going to bring Salam in. It looks like Salam's not going to give us her pretty face, but that's all right too. You can come
Hello,
on.
can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you beautifully, Salam. Good morning.
Good morning, how are you?
I'm good.
It
I'm
is
good.
good
Can you
evening
check
for us.
Oh, is it? Yes, you're on the other side of the pond. Can you check in the bottom corner of your screen, Salam, and make sure it's flashing live? Otherwise, you're on a delay. Oh, we've lost her. She'll be back in a second. I'm not live on TikTok. I don't know if you guys are aware of this. When the United States told ByteDance, you either make this an American company or we're going to shut you down, I lost 50% of my clientele out of the gate. Right off, the first thing that happened was they all left. They did not come back. Then when Canada shut them down, I lost another chunk. And then what piece I had left, my pissant little $100 a month, last month was $15. And it's, I'm not sure who is still subscribed, but please cancel the subscription and switch it over to the Psychic Tarot address, the TRIMP, and it will be better that way. Salam, are you having trouble with a connection? I've just lost you again. So yeah, so needless to say, deliberately lining the Trump family pockets does not appeal to me. And deliberately lining the pockets of Trump's biggest supporters doesn't appeal to me either. All right, we'll try this again. Salam, come on in. And we'll start reading. Your mic is on mute, honey. All right. Pretty sure we're up to time now, and hopefully it'll stay connected for you. All right. Out of the gate. Salam, I get the King of Wands. This is, all right. Yeah, but it's followed by the Three of Swords. You got, oh, all right. Here. Did you lose your last job? I can't remember what you told me about the job, but it looks, this looks like you have been, because you were let go from this job before, you've been put in this position, right? I can't hear you, Salam. Your mic is off. Two. I don't think I have you muted. I can't hear you, Salam. Is your mic connected, Salam? It wants me to share my referral link. Yeah, I'll save that for Amanda. How about that? And we've lost Salam. All right. Salam's got to. Salam, I hope you're watching. I'm gonna read the cards anyway, but this is the harvest card. This is you've got to look at your situation, not like, oh, I lost my job and now I can't find a new one, but rather you have to look at the opportunity ahead of you. See if we can bring you.
Sorry, somebody was disturbing me. So yes.
All right. So this is currently your issue here. Excuse me. In the cards, my doctor sent me for pneumonia vaccine. So you are in a situation where you are everything that you have, everything that you need to get the job that you're looking for, you already have. You have the experience, you have the education, you know what you're doing, right?
Yes, and I have been since October. I was unemployed.
Yes. Well, I know that's harsh. I realize that. The difficulty. So, how are you feeding yourself? Do you get unemployment? Do you get? Are you independent? You're obviously not independently wealthy, or you wouldn't be looking for a job.
We such kind of the unemployment benefit is in Canada, US. For us, we don't have it. Is only for the very, very poor, and it was almost $10 to $15. I don't fit for that. So for me, I'm just using my saving.
All right, and you're looking at the savings go dwindle, and oh my God, I need a job, right? Comfortably. Selama, honestly, how long are you before you start to get desperate? How many months do you have left?
Since October?
No, in your savings, I mean. If you don't find a job for another 3 months, what do you have enough in your
No,
savings?
it's going to be very serious. I'm really now in that's why I just wrote to you.
Right.
I'm in a kind of serious anxiety and
serious all concern. Right. So, and I know this is all right. So what I want you to do, first off, I want you to take your focus off of your financial situation. Okay. Because right now, correct me if I'm wrong, right now, at this moment, you're fine.
Yes.
It's getting risky, but you're fine right now.
Yes.
Yes. Feel that. Well, I want you to own that. Feel the I am fine right now, because this is your starting off point. Can you feel this in your belly? I want you to really, really own the meaning of the words I'm fine. Can you feel that?
Very serious.
Yes.
Even I don't have any sleep.
Right. Yeah. So this is your starting point. You take that starting point of I am fine and start there. Who is your dream job? Where is your dream job? Where is any job? Right? And this is going to help you figure out, it's going to give you ideas, thoughts of where you want to be. If you have to, you go through the local phone book. Do you guys have phone books where you are?
Not that one. There are different job boards.
Okay.
All right. So which post vacancies?
You are all right. I will tell you right out of the gate. You put your name up, your CV up on all the job boards. Okay. And that's still not going to get you a job. Do you know what's going to get you a job? You are going to get up tomorrow morning and you are going to go to every single one of your personal contacts, your professional contacts, and you're going to say, hey, who do you know that may be in this industry that I can connect, that can connect me to their HR department? I need a job. And go through the back door. the vast majority of jobs never hit job boards.
That is very true. And I did my level best.
All right.
I used my friends, my
Yep.
contact individuals. I informed different individuals whom I know when I was in operation.
Uh-huh.
But like due to the stiff competition, and also, as you said, people prefer their favorites, their friends, their relatives.
Yep. That's the tricky part, right?
Yeah.
So, all right. So now, so you've done you've seeded it. Everybody you know knows that you're looking for work, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Now this guy needs to be told. So you're going to find this guy. And you're the only one stopping yourself from the amount of work that you did contacting all of the people that you contact. Do you have a LinkedIn account, honey?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. And did you contact everybody you're in contact with on LinkedIn?
On LinkedIn, like I just opened, like there is what is that? There is a click that you just click open to work.
Yeah.
And then inform different friends.
Yeah. Now what you're going to do is you're going to take your contact list and you're going to look at everybody that is in the field, in the industry where you want to work.
Okay.
And you're going to contact them and say, hey, I'm looking for work. How you doing? If you do not have a relationship with the people in your industry on LinkedIn, then pulling on those strings is of no value.
Okay.
Right? So part of what is useful about LinkedIn is making yourself seen by the people. You don't want to be on Facebook telling people, oh, I need work. You don't want to be on TikTok telling people I need work. You don't want to be on, I don't know about Reddit, but Reddit is sorely questionable in my mind still. You want to be where people are going to either find jobs or know that people are going there to find jobs. Because I promise you, right? Somebody is going to see you. You're going to want to comment. You're going to want to join every single industry group that has ever been created.
Yes.
And you are going to start commenting on things that you know and things that you're an expert about. And you are going to make everybody in your industry know who you are. And somebody's going to see your words and they're going to go, Selama, I need you. I need you. I can't do this. I need you. Do you get it?
Yes.
But how do you do it? You got to plant the seeds. This is the harvest, right? This is you planting the harvest. So go plant the harvest. You already started, but the longer you stay focused on the back end instead of the front end, you won't find a job. You follow the intensity. And I need you doing this. Like if you get on a LinkedIn and you have to post every hour. Yeah, I just want you to get everybody in LinkedIn. All of your followers are going to go, why are you so active suddenly? And you're going to say, because I'm in need of a job. And so in order to find a job, I need people to know who I am, where I am, and what I'm good at. So I'm helping people who are looking for information or talking about what I do and what I'm good at.
Good. Thank you so much. Yeah.
All righty. Try that. Listen, the next card here. This is you're the only one holding you back, right? This is the beauty of this Eight of Swords is that it's forward movement. And the only one stopping you from going forward is where you're keeping your thoughts. And the longer you think, oh, I'm at risk. Oh, I'm going to run out of savings. Oh, I lost my job and now I can't find one. You see where I don't want your thoughts. I want your thoughts so focused on finding that King of Cups. Okay. You got to find him. He needs you. Okay. Maybe it's an email campaign. I don't know. But you got to find him. And don't be afraid to take a contract. Don't be afraid to look at a contract position because they pay better than a job, even though they're short term.
Of course. That's true.
And they open all kinds of doors for you as well. Okay.
Okay.
All right. And don't settle. Be in charge of where you're going and trust that it's coming, honey. And if you catch yourself and you're feeling like you are between a rock and a hard place, then focus on the rock. Keep your mind on your knitting. Do you understand what I'm saying? You need to create this job. So how do you create it? Let people know that you need it. Right?
That's
I
good.
like that. NinjaMomma, never settle for less. Alrighty?
Thank you so much.
Oh, good luck to you, honey. Keep me posted.
Okay.
But
Okay.
the more messages you put out there, the better chance this King of Cups is going to find you. And find you, he will. But make sure that everybody knows what you're really, really good at. Right?
Yes.
In the places where they're looking for you.
That is good. Thank you so much.
Have a great day, honey.
Okay. Have a good day. Bye.
Oh,
Ciao.
Treva, honey, you gotta come online. Treva, you still watch. Did I lose Treva? She is so busy lately. All right. Okay, Treva, come back. That's good. Jazz. Are you still here, honey? All right. Nettie, how you doing? Nettie, I can get you on after Holley if you stick around. These are tarot readings, you guys. I've been reading since I was 14 years old. Here comes Jazz.
Oh, hello.
Hey, darling. How you doing?
Good. How are you?
Fantastic. How's your week been? How's the job going?
It's been good. I just spoke to my boss yesterday because I was logging in and it said something weird, like I wasn't getting paid. So then I went up to her and I said, "What do you mean I'm not getting paid?" She's like, "You're totally getting paid." So
right. Never let the anxiety stop you. The anxiety is always go deep into the heart of any anxiety the world is going to throw at you, because there's always a golden core.
I can't believe I faced her with so much respect. I thought I was gonna go emotional to it and be like, "What do you mean I'm not getting paid?" I was gonna go into like fiery, but then I totally went calm.
Isn't that fun?
I got an alignment.
You got a what?
An alignment. You know that exercise
to
do? I've been doing it every day since I last saw you.
It's magical, isn't it? I got to tell you, you guys, anybody watching this who doesn't know what Jazz and I are talking about alignment, I'm autistic, and I have, you can't tell if you know me, but I have, you see all my stimmies. I have emotional issues that normal human beings think are absurd, but there they are. And they were quite crippling when I was a little girl. They made me suicidal while I was a teenager. And when I learned I wasn't schizophrenic and that they had no idea what was different about me, but nobody thought I was normal. Normal is a drier setting, by the way. And so when I discovered these cards, not particularly these ones, the Thoth, Crowley Thoth specifically, but when I discovered the tarot, the cards started teaching me how to energetically align with the universe. And in energetically aligning, bringing myself to where I am rather than trying to get the universe to come to where I want it to be, has taken all of the anxiety. Okay. Most of the anxiety out of my existence. And how do I do that? You take, Treva is still here. We'll bring Treva right on after Jazz, you guys. And so you take a nice deep breath and you feel where you are and you sink. It's called sink in Tai Chi, Qigong practice. And you want to sink right into your body and you feel your breath coming from your diaphragm. And this is your power center. Excuse me. I think I'm getting pneumonia. Oh, we don't want that. And when you are in that power center of self, you are able to watch the world in such a way, in a slowed down mode, where you can pick and choose how you feel in any situation. It takes a great deal of practice. So my practice starts with every hour on the hour, if you can, or as much as you can. For the first 2 weeks, you are going to practice being in alignment. What does it feel like to be in alignment? Feels good, feels comfortable, feels powerful, feels strong, feels safe, right? There's no anxiety. There's no negativity, right? It's neutral. Meh, meh, I like to call it. And if you can get to meh, meh is all you need to get, right? Especially because the crap isn't going anywhere. I like to say that shit happens because it does. And it doesn't matter how in alignment you get, the shit is still going to happen. And because I am autistic, my brain is still going to go all the million places it goes, because it goes anyway. I can't stop it. What I can do is keep my emotional control while my brain goes and does its crazies, because it's going to do them anyway. And I have no control over them. So I get to sit here and watch my brain go through its myriad permutations of what could possibly happen and destroy my entire existence until it runs out of permutations, which it does eventually. And I get to go, and none of that happened, did it? And my brain goes, well, no, I guess not. And I get to go, see, aren't you glad we stayed calm through that? And that's the key, you guys. This isn't about fixing your life. It's about choosing to live your best life in spite of your life. Right, Jazz?
Yes.
There you go. So, and I'll tell you what, the more you practice this alignment, the better personal control you get out of life, because you're not here for anybody else. You're only here for you. And my mother used to tell me, what other people think of you is none of your business.
It's only what you see yourself in the world. Nobody else knows your story.
That's right. That's right. And we've all got a story. We are not our stories. We get to choose at any given moment. We get to rewrite our story. We don't have to be who we were when we were 12. We don't have to be who we were when we were 22. We don't even have to be who we were when we woke up this morning. We get to be who we choose to be all day, every day. And nobody else gets to come in here. Ooh, is it king of coins, 5 of coins? Oh, are you thinking that there is, what are you trying to get included in? Where do you feel excluded, Jazz? Or is this you thinking you're going to go get your own apartment?
I do want to go get my own house someday. I've been wanting to get one since I was 16, but I just I don't have the money right now for it, and I've been trying to save up also to go on vacation.
Yeah,
I've been to go to vacation to the Caribbean.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. Which one's more important to you?
More like,
yeah, more.
Right now it's going to the Caribbean and going on a vacation.
Okay. So watch this. So this is when you put your mind, your efforts to it, and you put the money away. Right now, you're feeling like you're just starting this saving for this vacation, yeah?
Yes.
And it's tricky because the vacation you want is pretty pricey, and you've got to save for it in order to create it, right?
Yes, I also have to get a passport.
Oh, okay. So there's all kinds of steps that you have to take before. This is the 8 of Wands. So AI can be a useful tool for stuff like this, you guys. If you want to plan a project, you can go to AI, say, this is my target project. Can you create a list of steps that I need to go through in order to get there? And the beauty of AI is that it's been trained in all kinds of topics, and financial planning is one of them. As a retired financial planner, how was your dad in this? Your dad still lives in your house?
My dad's always been with us. He just is trying to get a job because the last couple of jobs haven't been working out for him.
Okay. Oh, I see. Oh, and so all right. So I've got a 5 of coins coming up in here in such a way that, how long's your dad been out of work?
He's been out of work since the last time he got into his, he got the job last year, but then they let everybody go. So he's been for a long time.
So it's a long time now, and you're starting to see the strain on him. You're always used to seeing him as strong and the breadwinner, and now you're seeing his weakness.
Yes, which I'm not used to. I was telling
Okay.
my mom, I'm not used to. It's like I
I
want to
know.
accept it
This
and be
is
like, I just don't want to see him get depressed and down because I know he is. But then
yeah.
I'm like, don't come his depression.
Yes, you could. Yes, beautiful. Right, right. No, right. And he needs to tell himself that he is not his financial situation. He is still the same guy he was on his last job. But this isn't about him. This is about you and how you
Mhm.
feel about his situation. Are you concerned that that if he doesn't find a job soon, that you're going to end up homeless?
It's not homeless, more like I just want him to be in a positive mood all the time. But even at his last jobs, he would get like he would we would always notice like he would come home from work sometimes being really stressed out and be like talking about his day. But also I want him to be at a job where he feels appreciated and accepted and like, because the last couple of jobs he hasn't really felt accepted by the people.
Okay. So what I'm getting, the energy of the 5 of coins is the energy of being on the outside looking in. And so you are looking at dad and you are feeling his pain. You feel that you're taking that on, Jazz.
Yes.
You are choosing to take that on, knock it off. That is not your pain, that's his pain. Do you get it?
Okay. Yes.
Okay.
I get it.
And the same for him. He gets to choose to feel the pain of his situation or to use it to build his strength. That's his choice. I mean, the situations don't change. How we feel about them can be. You catch this?
Yes.
So your strength here for him lies in ignoring that there is a loss, ignoring the idea that there is a pain or a depression or anything out of the ordinary for him, because that's his spirit's job. This is you individual. This has nothing to do with him. This is just you internally. You catch this?
Yes. It's just me to do with my internal self, not him.
So
it's me.
You get these and you go, dude, Jazz, we don't think like that. Thinking like that begs problems on dad. Knock it off. All right. Dad's strong. Dad's powerful. Dad's smart. Dad's going to figure things out.
He can do this.
Yes, you got it. Right. And if you see dad, you see him in the stress and anxiety, it's the same thing. You go, Dad, don't let yourself feel this, man. You're strong. You're powerful. You got this. Right? It doesn't change the situation, but it gives you the gift of internal strength so that you can get through this more comfortably. Do you follow this?
Yes.
So in all cases, it's all about, I was talking at the top about my brain goes everywhere. All of the ideas all come all at the same time, and I can't stop them from coming. They come anyhow. The difference now from when I was 20 is that I'm not emotionally attached to any of those ideas or any of those thoughts unless I choose to put emotional energy into them. Right? And
yes.
with practice, I get caught off guard less and less often. Right? If you've been watching at the beginning, I told a story about what happened on Facebook this week. I got caught off guard. My pointy little head went, wah! Freaked out. Second later, I was in control, but it was too late. I'd already deleted the 20 minutes of work I had just put in. Not very smart sometimes, but what the hell. The point is to go, I screwed up. Back on path. I am not my foolishness. I am me. I am here, and I am going forward. How is going forward? In your case, is putting together your financial plan, right? Your dad has always taken care of your finances, so you've never had to worry about it. Whoop! I just threw dad on the floor, sorry. Your task, should you choose to accept it, is to create a financial budget for yourself with the income that you currently have, and create a budget so that a percentage of your actual salary goes to pay for all of the things that you would be paying for yourself if you were the only one to fulfill your needs, right? Like chances are you would turn around and go, no, this is ridiculous. I need a roommate. You know what I mean? Like anybody chooses to live.
I even was telling my friend, I'm like, we need a roommate right now because if I move in by myself, I'm paying all these bills, and my brother's like, you're going to be over your head.
Yes,
you're not even going to have enough to budget. And I said, well, for right now, like saving up for my vacation. I told my family I'm gonna save $50 in my savings each paycheck.
There you go. There you go. Go one
back.
step further. Go one step further because you have time on your hands. You're nice and young. I want you to do a bit of research, and I want you to teach yourself how to do a financial plan. And you're going to create a financial plan. Now, I know you don't have to pay rent and you don't have to buy groceries right now out of your salary. But if you treat, like, say, for example, you make $1,000 a month working, and I'm just using a round number where this is not how much Jazz makes, you guys.
No.
So if you've got $1,000 and that's the total take home pay that you get for the month, the first thing you do is, oh, I need a place to live. So a third of your rent typically would go to pay for your living space. So $333.33 gets blocked out. That's my rent. That's what I have eligible for rent. Okay. $333 isn't going to get you a doghouse in somebody's backyard. So you're going to need a roommate, maybe a couple, in order to get a half decent living space. Do you catch this?
Yes.
Okay. Students inherently get this, but at a certain point, humans turn around and they go, oh, I need my own place. Dude, you need to earn the income to afford your own place. Why? Because people with money have turned homes into income properties. And I'm bad for that, but I live in my income property. So, you know, financial planning is financial planning, no matter how you. When you understand how your money needs to be laid out, that 33% for your rent, the say $50 to $100 a week for groceries. I don't know how much you eat or what you eat, but when you lay out all of the numbers and they're fixed, you include, well, I want to go on a vacation. How much is the vacation going to cost? It's going to cost this much. I have $20 or $50 a week to put towards that vacation. But the very, very, very first payment after you have established your food and your rent needs to be your long-term savings. Do you have a long-term savings plan?
Not yet, but I'm
Not
going
yet.
to do
So this is what you're going to do. You're going to sit down and you're going to write down. When I was a financial advisor and I first started showing people how to create their financial plan, I would make them, don't change anything. I want you to write down everything that you purchase, make a complete list of everything that you purchase over the month. Don't change your spending habits at all. And then see if you're going to cut anything out of expenses in order to pay for something, that's where you're going to find it, is in where you're actually spending your money. Do you catch that? When you know where your targets are, it's much easier to hit the targets, right? That's what the planning is all about. And the fun part is, especially if somebody's watching this and they think, well, yeah, but I'm $100,000 in debt and I don't have a job and I don't know where I'm going to get the money. It doesn't matter. The point is, when you know where your money is, you know how to get your money going where you need it to be, right? And if it's a whole different conversation with somebody who's heavily in debt than somebody who's just trying to figure out how to get their money working for them. But by the time, Jazz, you are in a situation, say 5-10 years from now, where you need your own space, you will have in place a concrete idea of making sure that all your I's are dotted and T's are crossed even before you get out of bed. It's again a practice. You got it? And I don't know why they don't teach us all this in school, but
I wish they would have taught that for financial. I remember that there was a class in my math where they were teaching us about this guy, David Ramsey, who does things. And I'm like, I need to take a class from him. Then my brother's like, you need to teach you how to do finances yourself and not just spend extra money on a financial class. That won't really help you with your financials.
Taking a financial class from somebody, let me pick your dad up here. Taking a financial class from somebody who knows how to do this stuff, even if they're, you don't really need to pay somebody to do that because it's all available on the internet. It really, really is. If you can type in a search, teach me how to do a financial plan, AI will teach you everything that you need to know. And it's, it's not like, it's not trying to do you're not creating anything. You're not taking anything away from that financial advisor. But frankly, at the end of the day, when you take the same course that the financial advisor took, and he makes 250 grand a year, and you're still trying to figure out, you're still paying him to put together your financial plan, it doesn't make sense.
No, it does not.
Right. And just as we're clear on it, making 250 grand a year as a financial advisor is hard work to create. Right. So that's,
Yes.
yeah. So it's really, it's when you sit down and when you put the plan together, get into alignment. Everything you do, get into alignment first, and it will flow. Right. And
Yes.
when you catch yourself like you did after the meeting with your boss, right? And you go, "Ooh, I stayed in alignment through that whole thing." Pat yourself on the back. Good job, Jazz. This is how it works, right? You feel it, right? Because this is about you. This is about this beautiful critter sitting here looking at us, smiling at me. You are the most important person in your world, right? And that's not just the words your mother gets to tell you. This is the reality of your existence. You are not here for your mom. You're here for you. So she can think you're the greatest person in the world, but you need to think and know that you truly are. Why? Because you're really the only one here. All the rest of us, literally, believe it or not, are only figments of your creation. We are exactly who you choose to see us as. You get that?
Yes.
Your eyes do this thing where they look at, here's my coffee cup, right? You look at this and your
Yes.
eyes go, yep, that's a coffee cup, right? Because you know what you're looking at. But if I held up something that you'd never seen before, your brain's going, oh, what is that? Any idea what that is? It's a lanyard that you, like for trade shows, you hang around your neck, right? But your brain can't put it together, so it doesn't know what it is. And you could create what could it have been? Your brain will start creating ideas of what it is. And then you go, oh yeah, that's it. Your eyes don't actually see things. They get translated for your brain to decide what they're seeing. And it's the same thing of everything, every energy that comes at you, you are deciding. Does that make sense?
Yes.
There you go. You got it going on, girlfriend. You are going to create an amazing future. Keep going.
Thank you.
Have a great week. And then,
You too.
Yeah, enjoy. All right, Treva, we're going to bring you on next. I love you guys coming in. Treva's in the dark. Is your camera off today, honey? Or have you got a camera cover on? Oh, wait. We're going to remove this Treva and bring in Treva. Good day to you. How you doing?
Hello.
There you go. Can you not hear me? I think your speaker may be off. I can hear you. You can't hear me. You can't hear me. All right. That's us. What if I brought... Now can you hear me? I think you have two instances open, darling. Here. I'm going to remove this one. And you hit the link. And try that again. Why is it bringing in two of you? Most bizarre. Oh, can you hear me? You can hear me? All right. Good. All right. Okay. So Treva's been having a rough week. Huh? How you doing, honey? Are you at home or... Oh, I've lost her. Not sure, you guys. We are having technical issues this morning like crazy. We will get used to this over time, I imagine. All right. Yeah, I'm doing you next, NinjaMomma, then Holley. and then Nettie. And patience, guys. All right. Let's get Treva's cards going so that when we can get her in, we can get her in. How's this? Hey, Andrea. Good morning. All righty. Here we go. I don't know how this is. Are you there? Hello. No, I'm not getting audio. I don't know. All right. Well, we're gonna read your cards anyway. Treva, in or out? Come on. Oh, dude, 10 of Swords. What did you put an ending? Oh, and then the World. Oh, that's good. And then I get the Lovers coming in. Whoa. This is, oh, you just need to get into alignment. Oh, look at you staring off into the distance. What is going on here, girl? Can we get you in here? Try this one. Hello. Can we hear you, Treva? You, my darling, hold all the cards. You get to create. Okay, whoa. Okay, followed by an Emperor, and then there's the Death card. This is transformation, and nothing's going to change until you change it. And if you want to change it, you've got to put all your efforts and energy into it, and then you get the freedom from all the anxiety. But this is love the way these two cards resemble each other. This is the World. This is where you're going. This is where you want to be. And this is how you're feeling the world. It's like, here you are at the freedom. You finally got to the point where you can actually see the future, feel the future based on where you are now. And it's powerful and it's exciting and it feels good and it's looking forward to you. And your demons, your little gremlins here keep coming up and making noise behind you. And as long as your focus keeps going back to them, you're going to continue going back to this feeling like you've been stabbed in the, this is all up here. This is all the meat suit anxieties coming up and burbling. And you've been meat suit for a very, very long time, darling. And when you choose to end the emotional turmoil and take control of your future, then you will consistently choose to get into alignment. The crazy thing about the mind is that it will trick you into thinking you're in alignment just long enough to make sure that it stays in control. I don't know what's going on with that. I had no problem getting you in on my end, but you were, every time you opened a channel, there were 3 channels besides. So not a big deal. In light of everything that's going on for you, honey, are you still actively doing your alignment practice? Yes or no? Because this is, you got to be focused. You got to be targeted. It might be an issue with StreamYard. Oh, that's possible. I'm not seeing any issues on my end, but it could be StreamYard. I don't know. I hope not, because if I'm going to have issues with StreamYard, I'm going to, that's not going to go over well. I'll have to figure out a different way to do it if it's yes and no, right? So it's, oh, I got caught on my necklace. There's, this is, there's almost a surrender to the anxiety that you're allowing because the past practice of surrendering to the anxiety is easier and more comfortable. And that's okay. That's why the Hanged Man comes up here, right? You can choose to feel the pain, the anxiety, and the grief anytime you wish to, and that's okay, because it's your pain, it's your anxiety, it's your grief. Do you feel that? Oh, I gotta sneeze. That means, my mom used to say, that means you're gonna come into buddy. Do you feel that, darling? Right? The trick is to take the focus off what went before in all cases. Even when you're dealing with it, it should not still be your focus. The focus should be, oh, I'm going to sign this paper. It's not the reason that you have to sign the paper. It's just, oh, I've got to sign this paper. And it becomes unemotional. It just becomes a paper signature, right? It's like, oh, I got to feed the dog, right? Do you take the emotion right out of it? And how do you do that? You get into alignment and you choose the emotions that you do want to allow in. You feel that? And your allowance is not here. When you choose the emotions that are here, they slow you down. They bring you back. They put you right back into the pain, depression, and anxiety that you just worked so hard to take control of. Do you get it? Did you see a doctor? You do. Excellent. Did you see a doctor over the last week or talk to one anywhere? You talk to the doctor. I'm not seeing I've got a yes or no. I'm getting a story from Treva. Waiting. Oh God, yeah, a whole foot full of snow all in 1 minute. Yeah. This I don't know why I'm getting the energy, the element of anxiety, the dropped rock, the dropped ball, the situation has something to do with your son. Yes or no? There's something going on with your son that you can't get past, you can't get away from. Stinky storm. It's still blizzarding here. Well, that stopped here. We got off lucky, I think. We're in a pocket on the north side of a little teeny mountain, and we tend to manage to get away with a lot less. Nothing going on with your son. All right. So then, who's the element of who's giving you? Where are you getting the anxiety of errant child energy coming from? It's almost like you need to create a situation where you are capable, maybe even yourself internally, and go, no, we're not going to. That's like the conversation that I just showed Jazz inside of your head. Treva, we don't do this. We don't go back to the egoception and recreate it. We're bigger than that. We get into alignment. We don't have to get happy. We don't have to be, bubbly, but we want to at least take our focus off of that ego inception. Yeah, it's you, right? It's Treva. Get out of your head. Get into alignment, right? Sometimes, right? Look at this. You got to lay down the freaking law here. Who's in charge? You or your pointy little head? All right? Your pointy little head is running in the toddler brain. Who's in charge? You or it. Get to read down the law, lay down the law. Right? I love this card. It's beautiful. Right? And look at you, dude. Stop being in a position where I have to berate you and come over here and pick the flowers with me. Let's come enjoy this life. Why do I have to put you into your place? Right? Get it on board. Convince it this is you living your best life, and it knows it. You know that this is you living your best life, right? So why does it choose to continue doing what it does? Because that's its ego inception. It's going to keep doing it until you die. Yet it's not just taking charge. It's making it get on board. You are the best you that you are capable of creating because of you. So making a separation between the two of you doesn't cut it, right? But it is programmed to create that separation. That's the ego inception. That's separating itself from you. And so you have to, oh, dude, this is us. I need you 100% on board to stay into alignment so we can rock the rest of these days. You got it? And that's the taking charge. And when it doesn't want to, or when you find you've gone off on some historical tangent of your own, it's like, okay, dude, it's all right. Shit happens. It's over. It's done. Now let's get into, take a deep breath. Let's get into alignment and start dancing. Does it make sense? And it's all about choosing the emotions that you want to allow yourself to live with. And you cannot choose your emotions if they're in control. And that's right. But if your head is on train, like, no, oh no, I'm in for this, in for a penny, in for a pound. I'm not going back. I'm not going back. Right. There's a bit of almost a spite to it to say, no, been there, done that. I didn't like that. We don't feel good. We don't eat well. We don't see our friends. We don't have a good time. We just feel miserable. Right. Where's your focus? Your focus is on what the ego inception wants your focus on. And this removes all of your power from you. In spite of it just being you, where's your power? You've given it away to the ether. You see that? And that's the tricky part, because that ego inception is really, really powerful. Right? It's do a meditation with yourself. Really go in, find that light and power of yourself and bring it out and fill every cell in your body with that love, right? And become one with it, right? If you need to call it Jesus, if it's Muhammad, if it's Kali, if it's, if it's theta energies out of the ether, it doesn't matter. You just have to vibrate at the same level with it. And if you're vibrating down here, you feel in pain, anxiety, frustrations, you got to bring your vibration, actively bring your vibration up to at least neutral. Neutral's good, right? Neutral is where you manage to successfully walk through it without any suffering, right? Pain is guaranteed. Suffering is optional. You get this? That's how the world works. Love to you, Treva. You guys have got this. This is, I didn't come to this overnight. It doesn't happen. It's not a one and done. You got to keep it over and over and over again until, this is why Buddhists call it walking the way, right? It is a lifetime journey through poop, literally, right? I should tell you, I love to you, Treva. I'll quickly tell you this crazy joke. So Buddy goes to heaven and he gets to the pearly gates and the guy says, well, you've had a really, really miserable life, but you've done some really, really good stuff in your life. So God has sent me down a message that you can choose whether you want to come in here to heaven or go down there to, to hell. And the guy says, well, I get to choose. He says, yeah, you kind of, you had enough balance in your life with all the crap and all the good stuff that, you get to choose. So where would you like to go? And he says, well, can I check it out before I make my decision? And St. Peter says, yeah, sure. Absolutely. Come on in. I'll show you heaven. And then we'll bring you down and show you the other side. So he brings him in and the streets are paved with gold and everybody's lazing around, gnawing on bagels covered in cream cheese. I don't know why I got that visual. The milk and honey is flowing and it's lovely and it's brilliant, but it looks a little boring, but it's cool. It's there. And he says, oh, all right, okay, Peter, let's see this. Let's see this other place. So get in the elevator and they go all the way down. Get to the bottom and the doors slide open and it's fire and brimstone everywhere. And he looks and he sees all these guys and he realizes that everybody is up to their neck in poop. And he's looking at them and he's like, oh, okay. And there's great music playing. And in spite of being up to their neck in poop, they're chewing down on snakes and snacks and cookies and cakes. And they're having a grand old time. And he says, oh, wow, St. Peter. And he sees a whole bunch of his friends all over the place. And he says, you know, St. Peter, this place looks a lot more fun than the other place up there. I think I'm going to choose to go here instead. And St. Peter says, well, you sure about that? You only get the one choice. And once you choose, the choice is made, and I don't get to take it back. And he says, yeah, St. Peter, he says, I absolutely, he says, I'm going to go. My bestie Joe is over there, and they're playing my favorite music. So yeah, no, I'm going to go here. Thank you. And so St. Peter shoves him into the poop, and he slips up to his neck, and somebody hands him a drink and hands him a bag of chips, and he takes a sip, and he's like, ooh, this is great. And then the whistle blows, and the foreman yells, all right, everybody back on your heads. There you go. That's my favorite hell joke. I hope you like it. All right, NinjaMomma, you still here, honey? We can bring you in next. Do. Did we lose NinjaMomma? Are we on a delay? It can't be on a delay. NinjaMomma was in here this morning before I was. That's the funny thing. YouTube will tell me that you're online before StreamYard lets me online. And NinjaMomma is going to stay in the chat. That's cool. Excelente. All right. Do. All right. Look at it. Ooh, harvest card. This is 7 of Pentacles. Dude, this is here. Creating a harvest is hard. Creating a future is hard. Creating what we want to have happen is hard. It's not easy, but you got to be consistent. You got to do all the work, and you got to stay at it. Look at a King of Cups. This bugger is not going to care anything about you, what you want, where you're going. He only cares about what is in his cup. All right. And then, right. And then I get the 10 of Cups. So, here's the beauty of it, right? We've been talking, you know what this is. This is the celebration of family, celebration of positive emotion, all the emotions coming in. These are not negative cards. Yeah, it's hard work to get to the King of Cups. Patience, and keep doing what you're doing. This is totally what we talked about this morning, right? Here comes that 5 of Wands in as your shadow card. Again, if you keep your focus on where you came from and how you got here, then you're not seeing the beauty and the light and the future and the sunshine before you. This has not happened yet and is not going to happen until whatever date you were given, right? So this needs to not be your focus. What needs to be your focus is today, right now, everything, whatever he's doing, right? He's got to be aware of the fact that he is being watched, okay? And if they're not watching him, I'll be very surprised. And I don't know how they watch him. You know, are they watching him on socials? Are they watching him in real life? I don't know. But if he treats it as if he is being watched and he chooses to be the best him that he can be in all things, all day, every day, and then carries that out, they're watching because they're looking for this. They're looking for you guys being focused on building a future, being good humans, making a nice life for yourselves and your kids, and not being, and they're just, that's what they want. This is what they want. And as long as he sees that, you guys win. Right? But you got to keep your focus off of all that what went before, all of the fools that are involved in the entire situation. Do you get this? All of these little creepy people, they are totally important. See what's important? That's the open gate. That's the future that's open to you, right? And we were talking about, what do we got? There are 5. Worst case scenario, he'll likely get no more than 5 months. And I will be very surprised if it's actually not braceleted as opposed to actually being locked up. I don't have cards here that say locked up. I see worry because I don't have the freedom that I want to have and won't have for a short while. But this does not look like a man in a box. You know what I mean? It's somebody who is has the air of being able to be free to come and go, but is being watched. All right. And so your job, should you choose to accept it, is to take your focus off of his focus, which is trying to see I don't know what the difference is, but the cost to the crown, it doesn't make any kind of sense to me. It just doesn't, right? And as long as you stay focused on what you really, really want and how you want to feel, right? If worst case scenario, it is what it is, right? If that worst case scenario comes to light, you still got to choose how you're going to feel about that worst case scenario. Do you get that? And so if you choose that your life is over, this is a complete disaster, it's a total thing, you can be depressed, you can be angry, you can be lost in the situation, or you can go, oh, this is what it is. How do we make it better? What do we do? Where are we going? What are we doing? Right? And this is the key. And you have to choose how you're going to feel about it, because this is Ace of Cups or Ace of Cups. It's you either choose how you want to feel about it, or how you want to feel about it will choose you. You get this? This is the, so you get the head, the pointy little head in alignment with what you know to be true. And these two Aces of Cups become alignment to Deuce of Cups, right? What you want becomes who you are, where you are. This is what I want is right here, right now. You get it? And then there's no anxiety. You're in alignment. There's no pain. You're in alignment, right? And then once you're in alignment, you choose what you're going to put in the cup. You choose how you're going to feel about the poop that you got to go through. You know what I mean? Like if you're going to really, really choose to pick the worst way, stick around long enough to figure out that, oh, wait, that's really not so good, right? Keeping the idea in your mind that, oh, this might happen is like praying for this to happen. So knock it off. Treat it like a game. Get the pointy little head and the reality of now to work together. If this thing is in the here, in the now, in total focus, it's not thinking about what might happen, what could happen, what should happen. It's focused on, feeding the chickens or making breakfast or picking up the newspaper, right? It is such a simple concept to get right here, right now. And when those ugly little thoughts come up, treat it like a game of whack-a-mole. Oh, I caught you. That's the stinky thinking. We don't do stinky thinking around here, head of mine. Get out of there. Let's get back in alignment and and sometimes it's not going to want to get in alignment. Sometimes it's going to, well, I have to feel my emotions. Well, you go ahead, feel your emotions. You go ahead, bawl your eyes out, but I'm not feeling them with you. And there is a certain point in the practice, right? It's not just keeping busy. It's keeping your focus. You're busy on what you're busy on, not fighting with yourself to keep your focus on what you're busy on. To catch it? Is absolute focus. And if the pointy little head won't get on, trick it in. Treat it like a game. Trick it into getting on board. Right? But it's still got to feel that little, I love this. This is the 7 of Wands, right? So the 6 of Wands comes out of here, and this is the magical balance of everything being in. And when you get the 7 of Wands in there, it's like you got this extra little card that sort of is not on the inside with everybody else, but there it is. And how do we take it? And it's the brightest, shiniest one of the bunch. You got all the negativity. You could choose all the negativity, or you could focus on that bright, teeny little spark. And it's like a game, right? It's like, I'd like to say it's like golf, but it's like darts, really. It's like, if you don't practice throwing the darts at the bullseye, you will never get better at hitting the bullseye. Do you get it? And so when you get into that commitment of self, even if it requires tricking yourself into getting into that balance, getting into right here, right now, there You are capable. This is your forward movement. This, oh, and it's followed by the 9 of Wands, right? You realize that this is forward movement. You feel the truth and reality. You feel where everybody is going, not where we came from, where we are going, because this is where we are starting. And anytime the anxiety, the weight, the fear, it's all you got to do. It's okay, honey. We're almost there. We just, it's going to happen on that day. We'll worry about it on that day. Right now, we got to feed the chickens or whatever. You get it? And this is the key, right? Don't give Caesar what Caesar is owed until he comes to collect it. You follow me? Don't prepay the loan. Don't prepay the debt if it doesn't cost you any extra to not prepay it, right? There's nothing you can do about it. There is nothing you can change. There is nothing you can fix. So as far as, in this case, Caesar is the crown, right? The crown can go shove itself, because until the judge rules, the crown is whatever the crown is, right? But you are not that, and it is not you. So don't let it be. Take your focus off it. And remember where you are, not where you are afraid to be. You get that? And share that with hubby. And everything's really going to be okay. And even think about it. Worst case scenario, it's not that big a deal, even if it were the worst case scenario, which these cards still only show if you keep your focus on that. That might happen. You could create that energy, but I highly recommend not creating it, you know. All right, love to you, honey. Choose what you want to put in your cup. This is your cup. It's not hers. It is yours. And whatever she feels or whatever she thinks, my first thought for you to put in your head is, when you think of her, go, lady, who hurt you? Right? Because she became who she is for a particular reason. And you know as well as I do that she is guaranteedly not in alignment if she can treat people the way that she treats people, right? You get that? So don't give her that power, all right? Just because she has power doesn't make her any less than a complete and total idiot. Don't give her more power than she deserves. Oh, and all y'all watching this who are political, same thing with Mr. POTUS, President of the United States. Don't give him more power over you than he has until he has it. Do you get me? He's not going to be there 4 years from now, but you will be. You get it? He's not there unless you let him be there. Same thing with your situation, right? Don't let it control you. Good luck, honey. Stay online. You guys are you guys are doing just fine. And God, I hope I'm right. And you can. Somebody told me that you could line the bracelet with a piece of fur, and it makes it much more comfortable to wear. That's a joke. All right. You have a great week. I'm going to bring Holley in. If you're ready, my dear. Hello, Holley.
Hello.
How you doing?
Oh, we just got done bringing in firewood. We had to get it from our neighbor, so we had to haul the sleds through the field and the whole deal.
Oh my gosh, what fun. See, the life of the Canadian Northerner, right? How much snow did you guys get?
It's almost to my knees. So
I didn't get that much. I crazily, I think in the 2 storms that we got in the last 2 days, where everybody else got like a foot and a half, some places they got even more. Toronto got whacked. I got a kick out of that. Toronto never snows. I got a grand total, maybe 5 inches, no more, 7 to 10 centimeters max. Nothing more than that. Nothing more than that. Everybody else is
just really cold. But luckily, we don't really have a lot of wind, which is good because my house is old, and if the wind blows, it blows right through.
We had Greg covers all of the windows with plastic, and that seals the cracks around the windows. Because
we did plastic and blankets because we knew it was going to be really cold.
Oh, good idea. Yeah. You also have a wood fire, right?
Right. We have a furnace too, but we're almost out of propane, so we've been using the wood stove for most of the heat.
I think the wood stove's got it's got a better feel in warming up the air, especially when it's cold like this.
Yeah.
But
the furnace is nice for the floors.
Oh, you have heated floors?
No, but the wood stove doesn't really heat up the floors, but the furnace does. It's on all the ducts are under the floors.
I get you. That makes sense. Alrighty. Let's see where we're. Oh! You dropped all my cards. Was it just the two? Hold on. Oh,
every time you read for me, you drop your cards.
It's because it's Oh, because this is because this is come together finally. And I don't know which one to read first, but I mean, you're in a situation where you are most of the way, in a weird way, you've gotten absolutely everything that everybody wished for here in this situation. The weirdness, the anxiety, that's all going to live with the weirdness and anxious people. You have this lovely, happy group, comfortable, solid, the power that's grown up between the three of you just since all of the anxiety and freakazoided thing has gone out. We know ahead of time that there is a point at which she is going to realize, and you end up with prodigal son energy, and you maintain that. You leave it there. She'll come when it's time, and it's good in time. Be comfortable with that, and stay focused and happy on everybody getting their wish. It's crazy, right? Here's the fun part. I don't see him getting his wish, right? But it's the little amount of money that he was giving to you guys to support his offspring, right? Didn't really contribute nor make much of a difference to your existence, did it?
A little bit. Like last winter, neither my husband or I were working, so we were pretty much living off the child support. But I mean, we manage.
Yeah, but that situation has changed now,
right?
And so, the cards, are your daughters talking to each other?
No,
and they're not going to.
Probably not. It's just so. Destiny threatened to kill her sister.
Well, now,
I mean, I know a lot of her behaviors are attention seeking, and she was getting rewards, from grandma and dad. The more she says mean things about me and Dave and her sister,
of course,
like, oh, here's a present, or oh, here, blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But her dad's not good with money. It wouldn't matter how much money he had. He'd blow it all on stupid stuff anyways.
All right. Well, here's the fun part. She's 13 now? How old? She
just turned 13.
She is 13. All right. So legally, statutes, I don't know what it is. You're in Pennsylvania, right?
New York.
Oh, you're in New York. Okay. You're on the other side of the line. All right. So, it's a different, your age of emancipation is 21 in New York State or 18?
I would probably say 18.
It is 18 for the military.
I know if someone's paying child support, if the child goes to college, they pay until they're 21. But if they don't go to college, it's 18.
Okay. All right. So either way, the beauty of it is that you personally are in a situation where you've given, this is lovely. Here's you, Mama, who really, really only wants the best for our little girl, right? That's what's in the cup. So we're keeping focused on what's good for her, right? In the meantime, right, you can't only focus on her. You still got to focus on the rest of the family here, right? This is all of us. And what's the best way for all of us this is you.
And
you,
that was why I made the decisions that I made, because I have another daughter and a husband and myself to take care of, not
right.
just a child that doesn't want to be here.
Exactly. Remember this. Every time you beat yourself up for being in this situation, remind yourself that when life hands you lemons, you made lemonade. She doesn't want your lemonade, right? That's a simple thought. Easy peasy, right? This isn't about you and your family. This is about her needing to be, and you gave her that. You get here, you want the truth? Here's your truth, honey. Go learn your truth, and we'll see where this goes. But you already know what she's about to learn, right? And she is over there now. She gets to learn this the hard way, right? But she's old enough, she's strong enough, she's smarter than all of us, right? So she's got it in there. She's coming out in these cards as a princess of swords, which means she knows what she wants. She knows where she's going. She has I would say she knows who she is, but she knows who she is in her ego inception. And when she finds her personal power, her personal strength, which she's going to do as she gets older, whether she likes it or not, because we all do. When she comes to the knowledge, right now she is probably in a celebratory, spiteful situation where we made them all feel miserable because I got my way. You feel the energy there?
Yeah.
Right? So that is happening. Here's the beauty of it. So there's the enemy, and this is all at you. This isn't at Dave. This isn't at your daughter. This is all directed at you. Why? Right? Because
he's not a good person.
Well, how could you be? You took her away from her daddy. You took her away from the people who treat her like she's God's gift to the planet. You make her do homework. You make her bed. How dare you? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
All right. And we already know who she's going to live with. Right. So your focus, watch this, your focus on her being over there. This is the life that you are in the back of your pointy little head. This is the life that you are creating for your daughter. Knock it off. Do you see what I'm showing you?
Mm-hmm.
She is not growing up on the outside, looking in, turning into the scum of the earth that you believe her father's family to be. Oh, she may be, but you putting that thought into the ether creates it. You get it? So yeah. Any thoughts of that kind, right? You want to give him grace. And I know this is hard concept, but he's the boss of her right now. And he is going to be responsible for anything that goes from here, because he's the one, he's going to be making the decisions. He gets to be the one in charge, right? Oh, beautiful. Well, here's the fun part. We already know who he is. We already know how abusive he can be. We already know how she thought you were harsh. Wait until he turns on her, because he will, right? When he doesn't get his way, he will turn. You know what he's like.
Yeah.
But she has to learn that for herself. And hopefully, and this is here's the problem with it, right? If you maintain the knowledge for her that she's welcome at any given moment, you know, I want you to be happy. I want you to enjoy your life. Keep trying, I don't know how to open the door for her, but if you can create an energy at the energetic level that says she is welcome back home anytime. And right now, that is not the energy that you guys are carrying. The relief, oh, thank God this is over. This is right. The only negativity in here is how you're feeling about where she is. Everything else is celebrating how great this situation is. Do you feel that energy? All right.
Yeah.
So the energy that you guys are created, while it's blame the situation, this is what the reality is. Grace is when you guys as a family can relax that energy into the point where we have so much love and communication amongst the three of us that we have more than enough to bring her back in. Do you see that? That's where you want to get to. And that's going to be a practice, because right now, the total relief and celebration that this shit is over and we don't have to go through this anymore is coloring this. And this is it's important that you send out as many arrows as you possibly can to maintain the space that creates her ability to know that when the shit hits the fan, that she's safe to come back to your house, right? She doesn't feel that right now. And certainly they are not going to help her feel that. So you've got to go internally and create that space. I'm expecting, do you have papers you have to sign with him as far as custody goes?
It's already ordered. So I just wait for the paperwork to come in the mail.
Okay. All right. And at that point, here's the tricky part. Here's the fun part, right? That when those papers arrive, it's going to punch you in the face again because you're a meat suit, right? So be prepared for it and prepare for it. You know that letter is coming. You've chosen to be estranged because it's better for everybody. She's going to learn. She's going to continue to be followed by a psychologist, psychiatrist, people, right? She's going to be continued to be monitored at school level because he has to provide her school information to you on the regular, right? So she's protected at the very least by social services, if not you. You follow? You feel that energy? You feel that power? So she's okay. She can be just fine. But she needs to be the one to throw up any alarm bells that there are going to be alarm bells for. Do you catch that?
Right.
So anytime you say, oh, my poor baby girl, right? This is all your nightmare, all your anxiety. Oh, she's over there with all those nasty bad digs, right? And you want to give her succor and sympathy and empathy and love that makes her feel better. You're doing it wrong, right? You guys need to get on board with the idea that she's okay. She's fine. Her spirit is over there taking care of her, and she's got everything that she needs. And you got to keep reminding yourselves of that. Vibrate with that. All three of you got to be solid in the concept that she is smart enough, strong enough, and that you have given her enough love to surprise all of you. And then she's going to choose her best emotion at the end of the day anyway. And look at this. Here's that pair of aces coming up here again. She is in a position where right now her emotions are controlling her rather than her choosing her emotions. And until the second that she gets into this, then she's going to start. And look at this. Here's the fun part. She's going to go for the solidity, the comfort, the reality. And she's, you know, as well as I do, she's getting none of that there. Right?
I can't even imagine what it's like there.
Right. And so you're not going to. So what you're going to do is give generosity of spirit. And until she comes back home of her own volition, she's living her best life. She is grown up. He's taking great care of her. She's getting a great education. Do you see where I'm going? Lie to yourselves if you have to. All right. Become one with the energy that she is fine and all is well. And this is how you're going to get through all of this. In spite of them, I love those. Look how they come up in my cards. Right? So take your focus off of them and put your focus on where you're going. Choose your emotions, right? The past is the past for good reason. Devil's in the details. You got it? She's got all of those years built up into her. Those are not going to be rewritten in a few short months or even in a few short years, right? Ask Treva over here and myself how long it takes to rewrite all the crap you write yourself in your childhood as you're growing up. It takes.
Oh, I'm still, my mom passed away almost 2 years ago, and I'm still get upset when I think of something that she said to me. And I'm like, she's gone, Holley. She can't say those things anymore.
Oh, no. Oh, I got a key for you. Here, that's a beautiful thing, right? She's gone. I had a chat with my mom. My mom came day before yesterday. I don't even remember why. And she looked like the last time I saw her before we all realized that she was going into dementia, and she was actually a fully grown adult. She was happy. She was calm. She wasn't all anxious and out of place like I knew her my entire life. So because she's dead, her energy is still there. It's still plugged into me. It's still connected. So if I tap into that energy, then I can bring it up, right? If you close your eyes, you gotta be comfortable and in alignment to get it to work. It works really easy for some people, and it's much harder if there's any kind of negativity. You don't want to bring them in because you're still protecting yourself from her, right? If you can get to the point where you can bring your mom in and you can see her standing in front of you in her wholeness and her completion and her perfection, you just leave her there. And that gives her back her grace. If you want to practice it, you can actually have conversations with her. You go and give her back your baggage. Go, Mom. La, 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 la. And she gets to say back to you what somebody who's over there says, because they don't know that we're here. We're creating them in that conversation. We're bringing that. Shoot. Bear with me a second. Brooks Pepper Fire Foods. I'm fine. Do you have a shipment to pick up or send? Oh, okay. I appreciate the offer, but we do FOB Rego and our clients do all their own shipping. Here you go. And the cogs. I appreciate it. Have a great day. Bye-bye. I forgot to turn that off. Sorry about that, you guys. That's my company phone. Otherwise, I would have let it just, and now it will. But there you go. So yeah, that's the easiest thing is just pull or focus it. Give him, your ex, back his grace. Right? It's his spirit's job to have him enjoy his best life. And if enjoying his best life is living with the dregs of society and behaving like well, we all showed everybody what he looks like in the cards. If that's the way he chooses to fly through life, that's his choice. But he doesn't know what he's lost in, right? What is the parable? They know not what they do, Jesus said. And if you focus on what they're doing, in spite of the fact that they don't know what they're doing, suddenly it's like you're creating more power for them to be like that. You get it?
Yeah.
And so if you can, like I said, lie to yourself if you have to, get your brain on board for allowing them the grace of being perfect, whole, complete beings instead of these thugs that we see in my cards. And your brain is then the energy that you're sending out adds to the protection, the support, and the lifting of your daughter. You get it? And that's where the magic, that's where the power and the vibration of alignment comes into play, is when we're capable of sending those energies to the people that we want to have them. So instead of sending barbs of fear, anxiety, stress, we're sending love, comfort, support, and all is well. You get it?
Yeah.
And that lifts you as well, because now you're not carrying around this ball of anxiety because you've dropped the rock and are allowing the grace, right? And like seriously, what are you most feared of? Is he going to hit her? I don't know. You don't know either. But I promise you that the second that he does, she'll know. Right? So you're your grace wrapping around that is that he's grown, he's more comfortable as an adult than he was when you guys were together, and he's stopped hitting people, you know. Like I said, you have to lie to yourself in order to vibrate with the idea that, and this is hard, man. If these were the people that I was looking at trying to vibrate into perfect people, that's going from the dregs of society up to like elevating them. You don't have to make them that good. You just got to go use something like, here's the creativity of the chariot, right? She's got horseshoes up her ass. She's going to get lucky, and none of that is going to rub off. Feel that? Mm-hmm. And so there's a creation of support, love, lift all the time, anytime you think of her, that counters any negative thought that brought it up. You follow? That's the practice. It doesn't change the situation, but it changes the energy that you bring to the table in the situation and how you feel in the moment. So your focus at home needs to be not on her and what's going on for her, but how great everything is coming together and how much love and energy you are capable of creating amongst the three of you, so that when she finally comes to her senses, which she will, right? You got to trick yourself into believing that she will come to her senses. And when the prodigal son, or daughter in this case, comes back home, she comes back to love and support and succor. And did you have a nice vacation? You get it? And all of the negativity ceases to exist, even though it's still very much in play. Do you follow?
Yeah.
All I can do is wish you luck with that. That's how that goes. Fun.
Yeah, I'm still in the upset about it stage, but
yeah,
you know.
I know. I can see it in the cards. But like I said, focus on, instead of focusing on the upset, focus on the celebration, right? Every one of you got your wish, right? All of the hate, all of the anxiety, all of the stress, all of the psychologists, all of the bullshit, it's now theirs to deal with. You don't have to deal with any of that at all. That's his problem now, right? And if it's good for her, then she'll have less anxiety and stress. You see where I'm going? He going over on you. He took your daughter, right? He going over on you, except he doesn't know what he bargained for, does he? He has no idea what that little girl has been dealing with, does he? No clue. Right? And now that inside of her pointy little head, that doesn't just go away because she gets her wish. You'll notice that. Why? Because she is still very, very angry. And you see that every time she says whatever it is. But notice this. I hope she doesn't see this, because this might give her ammo. I'll tell you what, the fact that she writes back to you and says, I don't want anything to do with you. You hear that as the toddler, right? That's the 3-year-old going, I hate you, mommy. Right?
Yeah, if she really did hate me, like, you know, she's saying, then she wouldn't even answer.
Yeah, exactly.
Or block me on the phone or whatever.
Yeah, but she's not done that, right? So yeah, so keep the channel open, you know. Keep it open. Try and open it. It is open. It's just not returning with any kind of positivity. But I don't know. There may be a way, because they're a little ways away. How far is it from your place to their place?
Almost 200 miles.
Okay. So she's nowhere near any of her friends that she's had all these years. All of her friends she's now got to create new friends, new friendships.
Right. And she's antisocial anyway. So it's even harder for her to make friends.
Right. So the only friends she's actually got, she's just ditched in favor of her family. Right. Because she's going into this new place.
Yeah, and going from a small town school with like 400 kids in the whole school to a city, with a lot of kids.
Right. And that's going to change things for sure. Right. And then there's nothing you can do to help her deal with that. She's going to, here's the beauty about you and Dave can take this to the bank, right? In spite of our pointy little heads, we human beings are super resilient. We are capable of getting up and dusting ourselves off from the most horrific situations. All we've got to do is really, really want it. And what she's done is created a situation that really, really wanted, but did so in such a way that it was made to happen in an icky way. It was an ugly creation of something. And when something is created in such negativity, it can't be eternal. Right? Love is eternal. Light is eternal. The rest of it falls apart. Do you see that?
Mm-hmm.
And so stay focused on the real stuff. Stay focused on the love. Stay focused on the completion, the perfection, and that, God takes care of fools and small children.
Right.
So how's Dave making out with all of this?
He's relieved,
Mm-hmm.
but he really relieved. But he sees me upset, so
Yeah. So knock it off, right? You managed when you first go back to when you first went over there and you sighed. You felt that relief of the anxiety not being underfoot all day, every day. Do you remember how you felt? Feel that, right? Go there. Go, oh, wow, we don't have to deal with this. He gets to deal with this, right? That's his. They made that bed. Now they get to lie in it. They put all of that energy and stress into the universe just so that they could have what they want. And now they've got it. And now let's see what he can do with it. Because you and I both know he's got the patience of a stick, right? So he doesn't know. He if he had any kind of personal control, he wouldn't be where he is in life, right? So in his pointy little head's mind, he has no choice. He is where he is. It is what it is, and it's not going to get any better. And he gets to go through life with those anxieties and darknesses ruling his existence. And if you allow that darkness to burble up and color your light and love, then you're choosing to bring that in. Do you get it?
yeah.
So he needs, and that's where the grace concept comes in. You get into alignment, give him his grace. If you have to, picture him as a teeny baby who has no thoughts, can't do no thoughts other than feed me and change my diaper. Okay. If that's the way you need to feel him energetically in order to remove any power that this thug has over you, give him his grace that way. Picture him as go on AI, take his photograph and put it on a teeny baby and print it out and look at it like that every time you need to and kind of go, okay, I feel better. Because that's how he's operating, right? You just got to look at the lack of good life that the guy has created for himself. And you know that life is kicking his ass on the daily because he believes that that life is going to kick his ass on the daily. And so it does. You get that?
Yeah.
And so your choice here is to rise above that and see that as that's fine. That is well. That is not an issue. That is not a problem. You get it? His spirit's taking care of all that. Your daughter's spirit is taking care of all of that. And the cream will always rise to the top. So if we believe that she is the cream, then she too is. That prodigal son energy, or daughter, as the case may be, needs to be focused on in such a way that that's the only energy that you ever send her way. You get it? And in the event that that negative energy does bubble up, you catch it, you go, ooh, no, we're not thinking these thoughts. And you rewrite it in your brain. She is fine. Here's why. She's being taken care of. She's being followed by psychologists. Do you see where I'm going with this? And then it ceases to be the issue that it is for you, right? Because you're pointing little heads going, but I don't understand why we lost. We should have won that. We're better people than they are, right? But it's not about who's better people, right? Did the judge say to you why they decided to let it go the way that it was that it's gone?
No, we settled because I knew she didn't want to come home. So even if he would have like did the whole trial thing and smeared each other and did the whole deal, it would have been the same result.
Quite possibly. Exactly.
So
it's easier to go, listen, if you are unhappy with us, if you are so miserable with us, this is your family, right? So the idea that you can park in the back of your brain and in your heart is that this is her family and they will take care of her. Maybe not to your satisfaction, but at least you give yourself an element of comfort over something over which you have no control. All right. Here's the fun part. Are you feeling guilty because you didn't do the fight?
Kind of.
Stop it. Right? You know right out of the gate that had you gone in there and fought with him over her like a dog over a bone, she would see you as the bad guy because you were already the bad guy. It would have just made it worse. Do you see the truth there? Right? So what you did instead is you told King Solomon, don't cut my baby in half. Just protect her while she's living with that guy. Right?
Right.
And that's all you can do. That's literally all you can do. You can make sure that you get her school records and stuff. And when she gets an A or whatever, you can send her a note and go, hey, I saw you got an A in math. Well done. You must be working really hard. Right. And she'll send back a nasty note or whatever. There is a point at which if you keep banging on that door, Holley, keep banging on that door saying, I love you. 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 There is a point at which, maybe not until she has kids of her own, maybe not until she's real old and lonely, maybe not until after she dies, there is a point where her mind ceases to control her heart and her heart goes, ooh, there is love there. This is real. This is my mom, right? And then the prodigal son returns. But she's got to be the one to trigger that. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's going to be all, think of how, when she finally, she's going to get that phone call and you are going to explode with the energy of, ooh, I won. Get it? So explode with that energy now. She will come back, right? Period. Put a period on that sentence. Because you have no control over the when, and the cards aren't about to tell me when. Only she can decide that. And the way to maintain it is to keep pushing that love, whether it's done physically, like with a text, or or sending a card or whatever. I don't know how you're going to do it, but keep the door open and make sure she knows, even if she doesn't want to hear it, that she's got a safe, warm, safe space here with you guys, and that you love her, and she's welcome at any time. Make sense?
Yep.
Yep. And it's just the practice. So I don't have, do I have anybody waiting in the wings to come on here and get a reading? I don't mind reading for you all day, every day. It says I've got other people watching, but they haven't spoken up. I had, what was it? Nettie was waiting, but I don't know if she's stuck around waiting. And if they are sticking around waiting and watching, I hope they're watching live and not on a delay, because they're still not speaking up. All right. Yeah, let's see what we can do here. Is Dave kicking around?
Yeah, he's in the living room.
All right. All right. Ask him if he wants me to pull some cards for him.
Hey, babe, you want Tina to pull some cards for you? Yeah, he said yeah.
Yeah. What the hell? Why not? Let's see. Yeah. Congratulations, by the way.
Thank you.
See, I told you he was feeling the celebratory side of it.
Oh yeah, he's very relieved.
Oh, yeah. No, I can feel it. I can feel it. It is palpable. All right, dude. Oh, see, this is beautiful. See, he knows this is going to be good for her. I got the Knight of Wands here. This is out of the gate. He knows that this is like, did somebody teach you a tough love kind of concept, Dave? Like, she's going to learn exactly what she wanted here.
Yep.
Because that's where he is right now, Holley. You see that? He's like, oh, girl deserves exactly what she's going to get. And she's going to be just fine through all of it because we put all of that into her. That's how you're feeling, eh, Dave?
Yep.
And this is
apology.
Well, he was there for her. Like, he was the one that put her on the school bus the first day of preschool. Like, her dad didn't even go to her kindergarten graduation. I mean,
right. Yeah. So he knows what he's got. He knows what she's got, right? And this is the generosity of spirit that the Christianity thing teaches, right? You guys have everything. So she doesn't want any of it. All you can do is wish her well, right, Dave?
That's it.
And wait. And patiently wait. Look, this is an icky. This is not a happy card. This is not a great place to be, but it is what it is. You can. I don't know how you could get out of being in this hanged man situation with her without her triggering something on the other side at this point. But this is what it is. This is where it is. And look at that. And then she comes up again. She already knows, right?
Oh,
And
yeah.
Dave knows that her ire is pointed at you, Holley, not at him. You get like he knows where the darts are going. She's not throwing them at him. It's not him she's trying to get away from. You get it?
I think the only reason why my ex went after Dave is because there wasn't anything about me to go after.
Well, here's the fun part. There wasn't anything about Dave to go after either.
No, it was all made up.
Of course it was. We knew that from the very beginning. And that's where Dave's comfort through all of this has been. He has been an absolute sweetheart, knight of a father to this child. She knows it. You know it. Your other daughter knows it. Everybody at school knows it. Actions speak far louder than words ever can, right? So you can take a cue from him and relax into that comfort that he has, because he already knows that love is already there, that base is nice and solid. You get it? Listen to him and stop worrying about what went wrong and focus on what's going right. Look at that. And oh, here's the other one. You're like, oh, am I going to have to pay this son of a bitch money? Am I going to have to pay him money? Here's the fun part. He's going to have to sue you for it. Okay. And I don't see.
He can't get blood from a stone. I don't make hardly anything.
Whether it's blood from a stone or not, this is a celebration card. And look at, if I can get this into focus here, look at the look on this guy's face. When he realizes, come into focus, you little bugger. Yeah. I can't get the look on his face, but he looks like a deer in the headlights. This is right. They're over there celebrating the win, but I don't think he has the slightest clue what the win is. Do you get it? Your task is you need to stick to your knittings, just like Dave does. Dave's not walking around thinking about this shit all day, every day. He's doing his thing. Right, Dave?
Yep.
What?
Yeah, he said not anymore. He mumbles.
He mumbles.
I'm gonna have a really hard time hearing him when I'm old, because I have a hard enough time hearing him now.
Give him elocution lessons. He'll speak more clearly. There you go. Here's the beauty of it, right? If part of what Dave is capable of doing is expressing the energy of safe, security, comfort, right? The second that he turns on her, she's going to remember how safe and comfortable Dave is.
Oh, yeah.
You get it? Like, and Dave knows this, right? He's just waiting for her to come to her senses. And right now, she's having that battle with her wouldn't bring her to her senses. But this solidity that Dave's got here, right, is that's the truth of the matter, right? There's nothing you can do about shaking any of this up and changing it. It has to, you can bring a horse to water, but you can't make it drink. Well, the horse knows that the water is there, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, we've been saying that to each other it's like a family motto almost.
Well, good. Use it because whatever brings you back to that solidity and brings you up, this is how you're going to get there. Right. Hang in there, you guys. This is, you guys got to keep your focus on where you're going, not where you came from. All right. And good luck with it. You'll be fine. All is well.
I'll be keeping you posted.
Yes, I know you will. Much love to you both. Have a great day.
Luna.
Oh, hello, Luna. Oh, my God.
And Cloud.
My Cloud. Cloud's pussycat.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
He's one of those cats that lets you pet him. Like he wants you to pet him and then he turns around and bites you. I don't know.
Yeah, weird. This is why that right there is why I don't have cats. Not to mention the fact that both my current husband, and my son were allergic to cats. So that made life very, very simple. But no, cats and I are not friends. Tiffany, my daughter, likes to say that the reason that me and cats don't tend to get along is because I'm a cat. And Greg says the reason that cats don't like me is because I stim on them. And they don't like that. So I don't know. But same thing. No cats in my existence. All right. I got Nettie waiting in the wings to come. Nettie, you're going to come online. Much love to you guys. And I will see you guys soonest. Be well. All right. Nettie, are you going to come up? Hi, little witchy one. How you doing? Are we going to bring you online, Nettie? Da-da-da-da. And then we can read for little witchy one right after if you stick around. Where are you, darling? Who's here? Double check your play. Make sure you're on live, you guys. Nettie doesn't want to come on live. That's fine. I will read for you in chat, sweetheart. Not a problem. Woo! Oh, look at this. All right. What's this? Is this a divorce? What broke? I'm showing you the back of the card. Was this a divorce, Nettie? What broke there? Because something is broken and over, and it's actually not broken. It's solidity, and there's a choice here. What are you seeing as something that was an ending that you really should be seeing as a opportunity for solidity and comfort? Do you know what I'm referring to? It's the King of Wands. Yes. Okay. You know what I'm referring to. Okay. And who's the King of Wands in this play? Was this the boss? Are you looking, what do you need? What energy do you need to be in here? Are you looking for work? No. Okay. What are we looking at there? Did somebody steal your work? And you're feeling like they're making money off that they're taking advantage of you? No. What is this energy? The King of Wands is being the powerful force of nature. And there's the choice. It's either the Three of Coins or the Three of Swords. Is this a potential job offer that you've got to, this is a choice. The 2 3s here say to me that there's a choice that you have to make here, Nettie. Do you know what the choice is? And if not, it becomes the alignment. I need one more no just in case, Nettie. 1 2 3. If there's a 4th no, then it's not. Then it becomes, it's got to be your alignment if it's not a physical energy that you're dealing with. No? Oh, you do. You do have an issue. You want to move. You want to move. Do you have a lease? Do you have a current lease? When is the lease up? You have legal obligation to stay where you are, yes, and how much time before you can move? Hot flash. This is old age kicking in, you girls. Woo. Where do you want to move? What's keeping you from moving? You have a lease and or you can't afford. There's no lease. Okay. And so what keeps you from moving? What is it because you can't afford it? Maybe you need a roommate or something. How do you create the solidity that brings you to being the force of nature in this that you want to be? How do we get you into this? You want to build a place of your own? Where do you want to move to? Is this a new build? Can you afford to buy a place, build a place? What can you afford? If you can't afford to build or buy a place, can you afford? You're living with your daughter and you can't afford your own apartment. There you go. And that's the problem. The problem is you can't afford, but you need to have a roommate. Is your daughter, right? And you don't want to live with your daughter because it's your daughter. So the trick then becomes the force of nature and you need a roommate. And then you can afford to move. Have you thought about living with somebody else? You just got to be brave enough to look and not worry. So the Knight of Coins is this is I love this as a mind your own knitting kind of card. The Nine of Coins comes up here where you are sort of in a situation that you would like to improve, but you can't see it improve without you don't want a roommate. Well, the lovely catch-22 you create for yourself. All right. So if you can't change your situation, you have to change how you feel about it or win the lottery. Either way, you have to choose your emotion or it will choose you. And that is the challenge. Life is thrown us. There's a new path for you right here. If you cannot change your situation, you have to change about how you feel about it. Pure and simple, right? This is it. You want this new place to live, but you can't afford it, but you don't want a roommate. So how are you going to change your situation? You either change your situation, change how you feel about it. This says to me that you can't, your income's not going to go up. So you have to get yourself into a situation where you're comfortable. And if your daughter being your roommate is not comfortable, then you should change your space. And if you can't change your space or won't change your space, then how old are you, Nettie? Because there's a certain age, get yourself on a waiting list for assisted, financial assisted living. You get a half decent little apartment all by yourself. But you got to be old enough to qualify. So how old are you? Right? You got to take a look around and see what you want. You would love to be able to afford it. Well, you have two options, right? You can go through life focused on the fact that you would like to move, but can't afford it, or change one of those two thoughts, right? There's something that you're not seeing in the situation. So it's almost as if what thought and thinking got you into this situation that if you put more effort and energy into, you would find great comfort. You are on the waiting list. So this is it. All you've got to do, there's no way you can speed this up. So what can you put more energy into until that waiting list spot comes up for you, right? Is to find comfort and relaxation in the situation that you are, right? So here's your daughter coming up here, and here's you. And the issue here is that you guys are at loggerheads because you're here and she's here, and you kind of want her here and you here in some sort of crazy dance. You two are exactly the way you are together as you were when you were teenagers. Yes or no? well, when she was teenagers, not you, when you were mom and she was, so that relationship has not changed. So it behooves you to take a look at how you are coming into this relationship with your daughter, at least until your own place comes through, and find a way to bring more of your comfort, your love, your mind your own business. First of all, she's an adult woman, yes, and what she does and where she goes and who she's with is none of your business, okay? As long as she pays her share of the rent and her share of the utilities and doesn't eat your chocolate chip cookies or whatever, buys her own chocolate chip cookies. Do you get it? This is a change of relationship between the two of you that the two of you need to create so that you can be more comfortable until that time comes through. And I would, this is going to replay up on YouTube, and it's about 11:10 or 12 when we started the reading. So you can have her watch the replay once it renders up on YouTube, if it hasn't rendered already. But this is changing the dance between the two of you. Yeah, you're the boss, you're the smarter one. That's because you're the mom. And yeah, I love how you're getting a little long in the tooth here, Mom. 68, right? And she's just a spring chicken, and she sees she doesn't want your advice. She doesn't want your support. She does not whatever it is, that energy that you have between you. She wants you to stick to your mittens and just let her do what she's doing, as a roommate would do. And she's trying, you need to find the dance together so that the two of you are comfortable. And is there a man involved? Has she got a sweetheart? Or have you got a sweetheart? Is there a man? Do I see you getting I see you get apartment, but it's there's time and patience involved here, but there's something you're not seeing in the meantime. Is there some way to speed this up? Is there something that you can do to speed up the situation? Because as long as you stay focused on breaking the situation will be broken. Do you understand? I want you to vibrate the energy so that the energy in the room vibrates better, right? She's married. So you're living with her husband and her daughter, and you are, instead of being the much appreciated, much loved grandma, you feel like a fifth wheel. Is that what I'm getting? And so you would like, and are they giving you that energy directly, or are you just creating that because you feel like a fifth wheel? You live in the basement. You're the basement dweller. How fun is that? So do you have your own coming and going door, or are you part of the family? Because I mean, if you're, it is, right? So you have this basement, you have your own apartment. Is there a door that you can put a lock on that keeps them from coming into your space, or isn't there? Or do you guys share 100% space? You can figure out, what are we sharing? Can you put a lock on the door and close it so that you're in your own space? Or is it they can walk in at any time whatsoever? Which is it? This is the challenge for you. Here, I got the Ace of Wands, comes right up after the Ten of Wands, right? The if you can be the solidity in the craziness, right? Like the challenge is to take, but they come down when they want. See, that's the problem, right? This is why I'm getting, right? Do you pay rent? Do you pay rent to them to have that own space, or are they letting you live there at the goodness of your heart? There you go. So first thing, is there a door there? This is so tricky in chat. I've got to wait until you write everything down. Yes. So, and is there a lock on the door? Can you lock the door? Okay, perfect. So, and do you have to share your meals with them, or do you have your own kitchen space in the basement? Am I caught up? Is the no that you have your own kitchen, or no, you share? Okay, perfect. So, and do you have to share your meals with them, or do you have your own kitchen space in the basement? Am I caught up? Is the no that you have your own kitchen, or no, you share? Am I caught up? Is the no that you have your own kitchen, or no, you share? Am I caught up? Is the no that you have your own kitchen, or no, you share? No lock. Ooh, how's this work? Do you guys share meals? Do you have your own kitchen? You have your own. Very beautiful. So literally, correct me if I'm wrong, the ability to put a lock, to close that door and lock it is yours. If it isn't, get a lock. Okay? Because it's one thing to open a door and walk in. It's another to have your own space and your own privacy, which you currently do not have, because anybody, especially your granddaughter, can walk in at any moment, anytime, all day, every day. And so you are not in your own space and you don't have any privacy at that sense, right? So how do you create the comfort and the celebration for yourself to make this easier while you wait for your own apartment to come up through the housing service? And again, I get the Deuce of Wands that says put more effort, more energy into how you want to feel in the situation rather than what the situation is, right? Don't feel the negativity, feel the positivity of the situation, right? You can close the door, you can lock the door and go, you don't even have to tell anybody, just put a lock on the door, right? Just practice, put the lock on the door, lock the door, and make them knock on it before coming in. And perhaps that will teach them the lesson that, hey, I need a bit of privacy here. I don't feel like I have my own space. If you guys come in and go in all day, every day, whenever you want, then I'm not living in my own space in spite of me having my own space. Do you have to go through their house to leave the building, or do you have a private entrance, Nettie, in that basement? Do you have a door that you can use as your own door? Yeah, I got you. I got the good part is I got you moving into your own space. The trick is to look around and see that technically you're already in it. And the challenge is dealing with what you dislike and where you are right now until you get to the point where you can actually do your own space. Do you get this? And this is, and the own space, this is the lottery winning. When this comes up, you got to wait for your spin of the wheel here. This isn't that you've got, all you got to do is wait. So your task is to, oh, and you have your own entrance, girlfriend, you have your own place. Do you see where you're creating? You are sitting there, you have your own space, but you don't feel like you have your own space because nobody respects your boundary, which is your doors, right? So put the lock on the door. All right. How old is the granddaughter? Because a 3-year-old might be very, very different from a 7 or 8-year-old. If you put a lock on the door, it might freak them out at 3, whereas at a 7-year-old, they'll have a different reaction. How old is the grandchild? Easy peasy. Here's the beauty of it, right? So you and I both know, oh, she's 8. So this is great. So, you know, I don't know where you live. Maybe you're in Newfoundland and nobody locks their doors ever anyway. But I'll tell you what, if you want and need your own space, that lock is going to be the quickest thing, right? You know, you come and go by your own door. And if you're home and you unlock and open the door, then they're welcome to come in anytime. But if that door is closed, they'll quickly learn that if they need anything or want anything from you, that they have to knock on the door because you currently are not open to your Halifax. So it's the same sort of thing, right? It's very, very family oriented, right? And it's all good and well to have grandma in the basement all day, every day. But you've got your own door, you've got your own space. And so allowing yourself to feel that power will make the difference up until the point in which you get into that apartment. And it's coming. You just got to be patient, honey. You know, and I know it feels like Everybody else is getting their placement before you get yours, but yours is coming. It really, really is. And you just got to stick to your knitting, because the more you stay focused on the negativity of your situation, the more negative your situation can be. Get it? Does that make sense to you, honey? Da, 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 da. It's going to work out for you. Maybe you'll get one of those little tiny homes that they're building in that subdivision. I think is that in Dartmouth? I'm not sure where that is. Look cool on the internet. You'd have way more space in your little in your little cave than you will have in one of those little itty bitty houses, right? So pick and choose your demons, honey. Pick and choose your battles. And if you want to be alone and you want to feel like you control the space, you go to your daughter and her husband and you say, listen, I've been feeling a little anxious, and I'm going to do some personal study all by myself. So I'm going to try a different practice, and we're going to keep this door closed. If the door is closed, I'd appreciate it if you'd knock. And if they don't knock, put the lock on. Either way, you feel the power of yourself and your private space until you get it. Hang in there, Nettie. Everything's going to work out for you, darling. That space is coming. I just cannot. Maybe in a year from now, when I'm getting way better at doing timing using the I Ching, then I can tell you exactly when that is going to happen. But I'm not real good with timing with the tarot, because my spirit guide has to too often use the words soon. And when you live in the existence on the other side of the veil, soon could be a flash of a moment, and it could be 3 million eons, So don't trust spirit for timing. That's it. Time is a physical energy. It's not something that spirit even understands. Never mind, is capable of working with. Good luck to you, little witchy one. Are you still there, honey? And did you want to come on live? Because I'll drop the link into the chat for you, if so. There you go. If you want to come on live or read through the chat, you let me know. And we've got 23 minutes left. Let's see how this goes. Little witchy one. And again, I'll get you to double check if you're watching. Make sure you're on live so that there's not a delay between the conversation and the back and forth. All right, little witchy one seems to not be with us. Who else is there somebody else waiting for a reading? You want to get in on a reading? Now's the time. I got 32 minutes left in the day, you guys. And maybe not. Speak or forever hold your peace. All right, so we're here for a half an hour, you guys. What can I do? I didn't see Amanda this morning. I'm surprised. She usually comes in. Well, I guess not. All right. Well, so what do you do when you live in a shoe? Well, all right. Tie up the laces so the water doesn't get in. Who used to say that? I don't know where that came from. It's very interesting. All right. All right. Who can I read tarot cards for this morning? Or are we done for the day? I'm supposed to be here till noon, you guys. I got 32 and a half minutes left. 31 now. No, huh? All right. So how do you fill dead air time for tarot readings when nobody's up for a tarot reading? All right. So now we're gonna, well, let's do some readings. You guys want to see this? Here's some political readings for you. We'll get this. So the fun part about reading for politics is that you're really reading for meat suits over which spirit really doesn't have any sort of worry nor care. And so any emotion or energy that you get in the cards for the universe is going to be ethereal, because none of the meat suit existence happens over here. And since I'm not reading for those people directly, the cards haven't any hope in hell of pushing said persons towards alignment. So they are going to be very airy fairy, and it's very much cold reading when you're trying to do politics. So here you go. So I got to do a quick reading from Canada's standpoint. What can we expect politically over the next few months vis-a-vis this situation with our ally enemies to the south? How's that sound? Right? This is where we are. And right out of the gate, the first card I get is the Nine of Swords. And the Nine of Swords comes up when things feel like they are at their worst, and everything is, it couldn't possibly, it could be worse. And it's petrifying what the worst is. But it's a 9, so it's almost over. It's near the end of its cycle. And that is where, and it's followed by the 6 of Wands, right? And the 6 of Wands is literally about grouping together, and that it is important that everybody get into alignment and vibrate at the same level, so that the challenge of coming together really comes together. And then I got the 8 of Swords. And, that's really, so there's an active choice that needs to be, there's a deuce that's missing between these two cards, and the 8 comes up. There's also an ace between the 9 of Swords and the 8 of Swords, which is really intense. And everybody knows what the truth is, and the truth will out. There's a decision that needs to be made. And these cards scream of it likely being the energy of the midterms that are coming in the fall. The trick is to keep our focus on Canada, not on what's going in the US. So the 6 of Wands says you gotta treat it like a game. This is a game. This is the guy, the scary ass dude that's in charge in the States, cannot do, oh my God, the energy of this card is so crazy. This card reeks of, if you take a real look close, all of the people, so this reminds me very much, what's going on is that masked people are, for whatever reason, controlling the narrative in certain particular places. They are, in spite of believing that they bring love and light to the world, are doing the exact opposite, but they're doing it wearing masks. You'll notice that these people are all wearing veils. So this is the energy that we're dealing with, is ICE. This is the ICE thing. Here's the beauty of it. They got to get past that border for us to move forward. So our job, should we choose to accept it as Canadians, is to put together our own security, our own solidity, our own base moving forward, not worry. ICE can't get to us unless they come across that border. And frankly, unless we let them across, i.e. Alberta, which is the scariest one, we are stuck. Here's the fun part. The knowledge is what is holding us back. So there is this disruption of reality and knowledge that's being put out into the Canadian universe that is telling us that this is the way that it is, and you've got to pick up arms and you've got to fight each other. We got to fight Canadians, really? I don't think so. But this is, if we want that freedom, we want that liberty, then we got to stand up and move forward on our own. We're the only ones holding ourselves back, right? And you got to take a close eye, take a real good, this is the shadow card, this is the moon. What are you not seeing? What you're not seeing is democracy and the legal system, and it's funny because when Trump first came on the scene, he said, oh, we're going to drain the swamp. Well, we're not seeing him drain the swamp. We're seeing him uplift and create a situation for the absolute dregs of U.S. society, which really frightens us. And they want us to be them, and we don't want anything to do with that. But here's the beauty of it. Canada has been put into a situation where what we want and what we desire is no longer tied to our allied partner in the States. And so we need to figure out where our allies and partners are going forward and put them together. We've already started. Greg and I have moved. We've opened a couple of new markets, one in particular already, and the next one's coming. I'll be doing a work on that over the next couple of days. And you've got to keep your focus off of what's going wrong. Put it back onto what's going right. What is going right? We have allies. We have the vast majority of Canadians want Canada to succeed. And from a Canadian standpoint, we already know that the vast majority of Americans want democracy to survive, right? But we have no control over this. So our job is to get into alignment and keep our focus on our business and what we're doing and what we want as Canadians. And if the Americans end up paying twice the price for maple syrup, well, that'll improve the economy of Vermont. I don't get it, but there is it, right? The King of Cups, be the emotional state of being you want to see in the world and put into that cup exactly what you want. And if you are not putting love and trust and democracy into your cup, why not? Stop asking for the destruction of Canada and look for the raising up, the rebuilding, the putting back together of Canada, because the thugs are always going to be there, but justice will prevail. So create the world you want to and build from the base and trust yourselves. You're really capable of doing this. The Four of Wands, it all comes together. And this is where the healing is it's really working together that is going to give you the thing. And here's the fun part. Draw the line in the sand, right? But stick to your knitting. Stay focused on what we are creating here as Canadians. The investment, we live in the best country in the world. We have a good, strong economy. You can be your best American friend or cousin's emotional support animal because they need them. But this is not a battle of David and Goliath, because technically we've already won. Why? Because look at how big. I'm stunned at how much this guy looks like Trump. Okay, although Trump in these cards is actually one of the queens, or was one of the queens. Maybe Trump has changed energy in the cards. If anything, will bring it's your spaghetti. There you go. Send her a tub of spaghetti sauce. That's hilarious, right? Here's the beauty of it. So, the old blonde orange man. Look at, this is us. This is us going up against the Cheeto. This is Trump over there. And Trump is, this is crazy. Trump is creating this situation for somebody's benefit. This is not for the benefit of the United States. Is this his own entertainment, or is he just somehow being fed and pushed in a certain direction by somebody else? I don't know. Money talks. I like to say follow the money, right? This is battle, Canada. We have got to stand strong and steadfast, but he's bought and paid for. I don't know who by, but holy crowley. But this is a choice. All right. Here's the boycott. We're going to boycott. We're going to cut it, or we're going to continue doing business with them because it's in our best interest. But we're not continuing to do business with the United States because it's in the United States' best interest. They don't give a flying damn about us. They do not. And we are not going back to what it was before. And look at this, Deuce of Wands. We're going to put way more energy into creating the, ooh, see, that's the original Trump card, you guys. This is the card that was cycling. I was expecting Hillary Clinton to become president of the United States on the basis of this card. But that's not Hillary. That's actually Trump. And with 2020 hindsight, she kind of looks like Melania, don't you think? All right. There's going to be, and then the funny thing is we're going to end up continuing to do the dance. We're going to continue. We're not doing business with the United States. It is too close. It is too comfortable. It is too easy. And Trump is not, he's not going to live forever, dude. He's halfway dead. All we got to do is be patient, and we are going to win. And how do we win? We stay focused on who we are and what we are doing. Prime Minister is just putting all that sort of thing, all those new business situations into place. And that's going to change things for Canadian producers. I don't know how happy I am about it yet. I haven't seen all the detail. Once I see all the detail, we'll see. But it's going to go where it's going to go. You used to watch the Canadian cartoons, Polka Dot Door. We don't even have PBS. I am so sorry at the loss of PBS because Sesame Street taught me to read. I was reading at a grade 2 level because of Sesame Street before I started kindergarten. And, you know, it is what it is. But here we are. Here's the fun part. When it rolls over, when it comes back, yes, it's going to be different, but we'll be back on the forward projectile. This is not going to be like this for always and ever. This is, it is going to, the pendulum swings. You keep hearing this, people talking about the pendulum. Well, this is one of the negative pendulum swings. I was literally fully expecting the United States to end up in civil war. I'm going to read for the US here in a second. And so far the cards have been saying, no, Lady Liberty and Lady Justice are going to win. This is not going to win. Sesame Street taught you to care about every person. I don't understand what I am seeing as a Canadian looking down there, what ICE is doing. You know, if they were harassing people and hassling them at the border, you know, that sort of makes sense. Catching the people crossing the border as they cross the border and stuff. But this marching orders against American citizens and using a dragnet to pull people in looks very, very scary, especially when what we see happen with our very eyes is not what the president of the United States says happened. Oh, and wait, he's out there tweeting doctored videos and doctored images to paint a false narrative that we have all already seen didn't happen that way. So that's very weird. All right. So with that energy on the table, we're going to look at the United States and what's going on for this country. And I don't know how many of y'all are watching this as Americans, but here you go. But it doesn't matter how this goes, you guys. We are still all in this together. It's just payback to waltz. Yeah. It's huge, and it's bigger than that. It's not just waltz. Waltz saw the painting on the wall, right? And what we are, the emotions jump in out here. This is emotions. Choose how you want to feel about the situation until it rights itself. You guys, don't let the emotions control you, because if you allow the emotions control you and you end up in physical fisticuffs and battles with these thugs, and you and I both know that they have gone out and hired the worst thugs on the planet. How do we know this? Because they're all wearing masks on their faces. All right, let's see what the rest of the cards have to say here. Excuse me. Oh, good. This is the biggest, most powerful, the biggest, most powerful country in the world has been taken over by literal thugs. Here's the thug card, you guys. This is your U.S. administration. Look at this is Lady Liberty looking in on the situation here. This is the wealthiest nation, or it was the wealthiest nation in the world, and the thugs have taken over. And this is where you're going. This is the United States, because of the thugs, is put in a situation of where the United States is now on the outside looking in. Sold your souls to the devil because you couldn't see your hearts to let a woman win. That's the only way I see it. And here's the beauty of it right out of the gate. Here's the Justice Department going, we're going to get them. We're going to fix it. The justice will prevail. Well, a lot of, and the justice is going to bring the democracy back. We've just got to be patient. Look at the hangman. It's happening. We're not seeing it. It's really, really happening. But watch this. Here comes the tower. The tower is, people are waking up. I just read last night, one of the Republicans was running. I've forgotten which state. He's decided he's not running anymore. You guys started caucusing already? Holley, you understand caucusing somewhat? They've already started caucusing for the midterms, have they not? Well, this guy's decided he's not going in. He cannot support what ICE and ICE is doing. And look at this. This is the woman that ICE shot. It's changed things, right? Yeah, so this is, you gotta put way more effort into it. How do you put more effort in it? Well, this is the fun part. You either do it with love or you do it with violence. Don't give him this. This is what he wants. If he gets the violence, he gets to cancel midterms. Do you get this? Pass this on to your friends, man. Get into alignment. Kill them with kindness. Kill them with love. They're already planning on. Yes, I got no reason to believe that they wouldn't. Right? He's already said that. This is one thing, Holley. The one thing you can count on Donald Trump to do is to do exactly what he said he's going to do. And here he is doing it. The problem is that when he said he was going to drain the swamp, what he didn't say is that he was going to drain the swamp into his own personal pockets. Okay. This is all I can say is you just practice alignment, keep doing what you're doing, point out the indiscrepancies, open the lawsuits, file the lawsuits, keep doing everything, and just trust that the wheel's going to come around. And don't try not to, and then followed by the inability to put it together right here, right now is not where you need to have your focus. You need to have your focus on the fact that this is a first world country, and that it really is a land of laws, and that if we maintain the focus in demanding that the laws be respected, then there is a point at which the laws end up getting respected again, because the judges, yes, I know he stacked the law courts and everything else, but this is just a matter of time. There's only so many people you can screw over, whether that be as an individual or as president of the United States, before they decide they're taking their ball and going home. You get this? And this is what we're looking for, right? We want the Republicans to turn around and say, no, I'm not playing this anymore. I'm going home. I can't participate in this anymore. I'm going home. And this is what we're waiting for, right? But it's got to be created. And how is it going to be created? With legal documents and legal, that you're going to beat them on the law, right? You just got to be patient. And then one day it's going to be over, and then it'll all be over but the crying. But you know what? And then you take what's remaining and you move on and go where you're going. And that's the challenge, right? After the Nuremberg, after World War II, the Nuremberg trials, very, very underrated, frankly, at this point in time. It's thankfully, it's right. It's the second that the MAGA decides that he has turned on them, that they are his target, right? And we're sitting here going, yeah, well, you didn't get on before, it doesn't matter how long it takes somebody to come to reality. We need to be here to embrace them and help them pick up the pieces when they get here. And we're the only ones who are preventing that from happening. On a day-to-day basis, you guys, whether you're Canadian, whether you're American at this point, stick to your knitting. You have to create the world that you want to live in. If the world of hate and lack of DEI and no democracy and people being arrested and deported without benefit of a trial is the world you want to live in, then do nothing. And if it isn't, then stick to your knitting, stay focused on what you're doing on a daily basis, but do the legal actions, do them, create the world, the USA that you want to live in, and do it emotionally with love, and then it'll stick better. These people are going to come back on board because that freedom of speech is important. That I have to laugh at. I'm watching some people who not so very long ago were they thought it was the most horrific thing in the world to put a mask on their face. It was against their freedom. We were both Canada and the United States. We were torturing these people. We were making their lives miserable by making them put on a mask. The same people who couldn't be arsed to wear a mask to protect their own mother are now saying, no. We're going to wear masks and we're going to beat you up and you're going to be happy in it. So I don't know how the lack of sanity. I don't even care if you've only got a grade 6 education in the deep South. Eventually, the reality of what is going on here is going to wake up, and it's going to click, and it is really, really gonna roll over. Hey, Christina, talk about coming in at the last minute, darling. I could do a quick reading for you, and then we're out for the day. It's almost noon. Do you want to come online, or do you want me to read in chat, huh? Up to you. Here is the link if you choose. If you want to come on. Otherwise, we can leave you where you are, but I only got 9 minutes. How are we doing this? Reshuffle your cards. Christina. All right. Ace of Pentacles out of the gate. Ooh. And then Nine of Wands followed by the 6 of Wands. And Christina's going to come in. Alrighty. There we go. Good morning.
Good morning.
How you doing?
All right. I got a cold going on.
That'll feel better. That's the 3 of Wands color. You feel like you're walking through life wrapped in cotton balls, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see that in the 3 of Wands here. Did you get a message, or are you still just treading water here?
No, I talked to Dot. I talked to the one that
how did that go?
She's supposed to be getting another phone. It's supposed to be doing more phone calls because I told her like she does a phone call and then like she ghosted me out. And so she said she was getting another phone so she could make more phone calls to me, and that she was trying to figure things out. So I don't know. But we did talk. We talked for like an hour on Saturday.
That's fantastic. Now this is the Florida one, not the come here, go away.
No. So
right. This is good.
This is the South Carolina one, the one that has a husband.
Oh, this is the come here, go away.
Yes, this is the one that has a husband.
Right.
The Florida one, we talk every day, all day. Like,
yep.
Every day, all day.
So what happened? I got the first card out of the gate here. I got was the Ace of Coins. So it's almost like it's almost like there's a solidity here that was not in your cards last week. You catching me?
Yeah.
What is that? What did you decide?
What did I? I don't know. I haven't decided anything at this point. Like, I talked to both of them and hear them both out,
Yep.
And that's pretty much all, because the way I see it is
Yeah.
talk is cheap at this point,
Yep.
and you got to show me action, because I've always been the one taking action. So now you got to show me something.
And you left the ball in their court, and now you're
Yeah.
waiting.
Yeah.
And the energy I've got here is so going with the flow. This is it's almost like this is crazy. It's almost like there's an element of victory to it.
Yeah. Is that a good thing?
Well, I think so. I mean, there's still, I mean, if you look at the card, you'll notice, if you can come into focus, you'll notice that all of the people around the guy, right? You guys are all in a situation, especially being in the States, where you're all wrapped up in what's going on with the administration and what you're seeing on the news and stuff. And you can't really get away from it, right?
Yeah.
But the beauty of what you're capable of doing is that you'll notice that all of these guys have a lantern on the top of their wands, right?
Yeah.
Because they know what's going on. This is the majority of everybody around here. At a personal level, in specific reference to you and the two people in around you, y'all got a pretty good idea where you stand with each other now that you didn't have last week after having this conversation, right?
Well, like the one in Florida confuses me because she confuses the hell out of me. Dot, I know Dot like the back of my hand. I know where Dot stands and everything. She likes to ghost me and stuff and do her normal stuff. And that's something that if it does turn around that she's like, okay, you need to come, or I'm coming to get you, that's something I'm going to have to think about wholeheartedly, because that's just something that I've been doing. And I told her on the phone Saturday, I've been doing this with you for 7 years.
Wow.
But the one in Florida, she completely confuses the heck out of me. Like, I don't even know.
But did you have the conversation with her, or was this just an internal
with the one in Florida? The one in Florida?
Yeah.
No, like we talk every day, all day. The only thing that okay, so I'm going to tell you, this is what she said to me.
Okay.
She told me on February 1st, she was waiting to see if, because she has a friend down there that needed help. So she was waiting to see if her friend still needed her help. And if not, then she was going to pull somebody down there to be her roommate, but she wouldn't have that discussion until after February 1st.
That's Sunday. No.
So I'm like, I don't even know. That's
4 days.
Yeah, like, I don't even know like what that meant, or so I was like, oh, okay. So I don't even know at this point.
So did part of you go, ooh, maybe she means me?
Well, you made a comment to me the last time I got a read, and you said she drops hints, but I'm not picking them up, and that's so true. That's so true, because I want her, and I do it on purpose, because I want her to actually say what you need to say. Stop going around the bush with me.
Yeah, that's why I'm getting this. So what I'm getting is the estimates of, like, I hate calling it a game, right?
Yeah,
but
that's pretty much how it feels.
Well, it is literally, right? Because you've got this smugness now of, oh no, well, I see all the signals, right?
Yeah,
I don't understand why you're giving me these signals when you can't just lay your cards on the table and make it this, right? And so you give her grace in that situation, and that works out great. But you get the smug feeling of knowing that is there, in spite of her pretending it's not there. You get it all day, every day.
Yeah, because there's times in it that she'll go to hang up the phone and she'll like slip up and be like, I love, and then she'll go, bye. And I'm like, you stand in it. You're the one that did this. So like, it's like,
yeah. So this is where you are. And at the end of the day, you still get to choose to go after that which you want. The question is, how much speed are you going to go after it? Right. And you still come back to that. Well, the personal decision that you made to wait for the call, so to speak, is still there. So you're not going until you get that call, in spite of being called all day, every day. Do you get that?
Yeah. So here's a question. So other readers have said this to me, right?
Yeah.
And and I don't understand this part because other readers read on them both. Because I'll say, "Am I going back to South Carolina with my ex and D?" And they'll say, "Yeah," and then they'll say about M in Florida, they'll be like, "Yeah," but they all say that I have a choice and I need to make the decision and the choice in it. So if like, what do you mean by that?
Well,
Like they all say, like I'm going to have a choice,
yep.
and
You've already
it's
made the
coming
choice.
up. It's coming
No,
up.
no, you made the choice. I don't have the choice in the cards anymore. I do not have a choice here at all. Hold up. Wait. I do. I have a choice. I have an internal choice. I don't have a choice that has anything to do situational. I have an 8 of Cups. I have a Knight of Cups. And you can choose, are you going to wait and then allow the cups to fall into place and move forward? Or are you going to wait for the call and allow the cups to fall into place and move forward? So you've already made the choice. So whatever choice they are seeing, that's already been made. You're not making this over again. You're just patiently waiting.
It is crazy because the last time you read my cards too, and it makes sense to me, is like they're both like the same. Because sometimes they can't, like readers, like you're the only one that can, but most of the readers cannot pick their energies apart. Like their energies are like almost so identical in it.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like,
Well,
that's crazy.
Well, I think that's got to do with, so one of the things that I practiced as a reader, I got to keep on, no, I'm out of time already. I got to get out of here. I have an appointment at 1. But one of the things that I practiced as a reader was removing my emotional attachment to the cards from the reading. So when a reader sees this energy and they see these are literally, this is exact same energy. These 2 cards are the exact same energy. And when I get 2 of the same energy, in this case, it's 2 8s, a Knight is the same energy. It's fast, it's forward moving, and it's the emotional card. So it's emotional energies, and it's water and it's wet, and it's going to dampen things down. Both of these girls come into your experience, right? As one, I've got a King of Wands for one. What was the other one? She came up as, and I've got the Emperor. Okay. The Emperor being the bossy one, the deciding one, the one over which you have no control. That would be the one, the come here, go away. Because she controls when you are in contact, right? She's the Emperor. She's the boss there. The King of Wands is just being the love and the light. She's not giving anything. She's not taking anything away. She's just being. And the choice is all in, how do I feel about this situation? And both of these cards scream of allowing the emotion to be what it is and go after what it is that you want of the situation. And this card, the Ace of Pentacles, tells me that you are to grips with, what if this never changes? Well, it's going to go like this. One's going to die. The other one's going to either die or something's going to change. But until something changes, I'm okay with it. And this solidity of base colors how you feel. So you're not getting the energy, the stifling power of the potential ending either way. Because you're not seeing that.
Like
you're
the
not
one
seeing
is,
yeah.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
So you're not seeing either one of them breaking up with you. Nobody said, nope, we're over, we're done, and then stayed away.
No.
No, it's like, no, right?
No, they never do.
Exactly.
Never
right?
do.
So the only decision, right? It's a situation, one, you kind of don't want to change it. I mean, if you think about it, you got a relationship with both of these women going on. One is easy and comfortable, and you only got to worry about it. You get the benefit of it when she's at odds with her husband. And the other one, you get all day, every day, in spite of the fact that she doesn't want you to physically be together. And you are getting the fulfillment and the spiritual, emotional fulfillment of both relationships.
Not really, because I've learned, and I told Dot this on Saturday, and I stand on it. And I'm like, if something doesn't change from this point on, I can't do this no longer with you because I want a normal relationship. I know what my worth is. I've learned my worth at this point. And if you can't show me something different this time,
That's
then
it.
I can't do this with you. Like I just can't have conversations here and there. Like I can't do it with you anymore. It's got to change. I want a normal. And I told, in all honesty, I told the one in Florida too.
Yeah.
Throughout the week, I said, let me tell you, I was like, what I want in my life at this point is love. I want to wake up in the morning time with the person that I love. I want to go to work. I want to come home, have dinner, spend time with the one I love, go to bed and do it on repeat. That's what I'm looking for in my life. So it's both been completely stated. There's no in-betweens on it.
Yeah. But so that's why I'm getting the Ace of Pentacles, right? But watch this. The craziness of this freaking card is that right now, this is the status quo. They know where you stand. They know what it is. It's not going to change until one of them changes their end of it. But you have created this solidity and self-protection of the point at which, you know what, I can't do this anymore. You're just not going to pick up the phone anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I mean? Like it is what it is. You cannot get these horses to run the way that you want them to. So this is your creativity, right? But this is what you bring to the table. This is you for them. You bring this solidity. You bring this support. You bring this happiness, this joy, this comfort of home, potential, future. Like what you bring to the table for these women is so powerful for them. What if I told you it's all that they have?
Well, I know that. See,
did I lose you? I think we lost you, Christina.
Can you hear me?
Oh, I can now. Yes. Sort of. Okay, that's bizarre. Yeah, I'm not hearing you at all, darling.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
I can hear you. I can hear you. Are you getting through?
Okay.
All right.
I am now. That's what I told the one in Florida, and when I said that to her, she was like, well, you're the only person that I trust in my life at this point. And like we talked about that part too. And I'm like, okay, if I'm the only person that you trust in your life, then why can't we be together like we were? Like I don't get it.
But it's not.
So she says all the things and then nothing.
But this is the problem, right? You've put it on the table. You've drawn the line in the sand, right? Now, the 2 sevens, right? You can either figure out a way to focus on the light that you are getting, or find a creative way to get those lights to come together. Alignment is your easiest thing. Let the universe get into alignment, allow it to be what it is. And if it's going to come together, let the universe come into it. That I'm getting from the Ace of Pentacles out of you.
Yeah.
Almost like, here, I put the cards on the table and I've gone all in. Now let's see if I win the pot.
Yeah, so that's pretty much what all the readers say. Like, I'm gonna have a choice. I have a choice on both of them, and it's coming in, and they both will speak it. And so far, the one in South Carolina did, because of course, she always does. But the one in Florida just hasn't spoken on anything yet.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
But at the end of the day, you still have both of them in the palm of your hand.
Yeah, that's what everybody says too. Yeah,
So,
like I just need to play my cards the right way. And
well, no, this is what I'm saying: is drop the cards, which you did, and just be.
But you know, like in all honesty though, and people call me crazy, and I'm like, you know, just to be back with the normalness of things, I probably would just go back to South Carolina with the one that has the husband, because of everything that she's saying to me. And I'm like, I've been doing this with her, and it's a normal for me, because the other one, it just feels like there's too many games in it at this point, too many head games with me.
Right. Here's the fun part of it. If you end up with the come here, go away, you still have Florida. She's not going anywhere. Right? So it's a bird in the hand. It's worth two in the bush. You now are the knight of, you are the 8 of cups here. So you've already made the decision. Now, what are you going to do about it?
What I got to do about it is I got to wait for the next phone call. So,
Exactly. Let me know how the phone call goes. All right, I gotta go.
Yeah,
I
I
gotta
will.
prep for a 1:00 meeting.
All right. Thank you.
I'm glad you came in. Hang
Okay.
in there, dude. Going with the flow is your best action all day, every day.
That's all I ever do is go with the flow.
Well, the trick is to enjoy the flow. Surf it. Surf it, right? Suck
Yeah.
the juice out of it as you go. Because when the juice isn't going your way, the juice is still going, you know.
Yeah, I've
And
learned to be grateful for all the little things in life at this point.
there you go. There you go. And stay focused on your happiness and your joy, not your situation.
All right. Thank you.
Love you. Have a great
Love
week.
you.
Thank
You
you,
too.
everybody coming in today.
You-
So much love for everybody. And we're going to be back here quite probably next Tuesday, unless hell breaks loose, which we don't think it will, because, you know, Lady Legal is going to do something good for the world. Have a great week, and we hope to see you back here again soon. Be well, and